It's 8:04. I'm pushing the button.
Yeah.
Wipe some of the sweat from my brow. Are we going? Are we go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't hear anything. Okay. Hi. Hello. GenSekai.
It's GenSekai.
Definitely nothing to do with dragon tiles yet.
Yet.
Maybe a while.
No, closer than you think.
Uh,
You read my public notes. Anyway, this episode has many things going for it, including being brought to you by patrons who get access to audio. Those patrons include, but are not limited to, Adam Harp Architect, Time Black, G, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Fight the Size Word, Jerry Vasquez, Just the Fate, John Sandoval, Starlight, Legendary Boss Hunter, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenshi, Rogue Robin, Trevor, Sean Pryor, Some Guy Bob, 723, and Varian the Crow. I feel like we do want to see some more consideration on Patreon. Get access to the audio and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where we last left off, you were on the quest Project Nocturne. You were investigating a house. There is a demon in this house. You are not happy about this.
We are not. No.
we're now gathering allies.
Your plan is to divide and conquer and maybe separate some of these people out so that you can figure out this demon thing a little easier
Yes.
and not have to deal with 3 nemesises at once.
That'd be a bad time. Yes.
That would be a slog.
So at this current end, basically what happened was you guys did all your investigation. You assembled your plan to go use your newfound influence in town to go talk to Sir Alias Simpson. Hello. Tomorrow. One, because it's after sundown, and you know that he don't roll when the sun not out. On the converse, sun's out, guns out, but also he had a very busy day because today you bonked an assassin in front of him.
Bonk.
And several other things. So basically, you guys are gonna knock off for the night. Everybody who is taking a, to use D&D terms, a long rest, heal 1 wound, heal all your strain, etc., etc. Strike all that shit off. But as usual, Mortis requires no sleep and is staking out the place. Did you roll for a disguise spell last time?
I believe so.
Okay, so you should be good. You just, boosted up onto a nearby rooftop and are watching. Always watching. In that
Always
case-
watching.
As we begin, I would like you to roll me a hard perception check with
A.
2 black dice because it is dark. Or
Uh,
technically you can roll vigilance on this if you're staking out. You can just
I
kind
do
of,
have
like,
a boost dice to this, though.
exist.
Because I has spyglass.
It's true. So perception is if you're more like actively watching all the time. Vigilance is more.
I'm
if
going to
you
do
just try and,
vigilance,
like,
so I have a
Yes.
roll.
yeah, you're just
Uh,
kind of like standing there, not really looking at anything specific, but just trying to keep your eyes out.
A hard is 3, right?
Yes, Trace.
Let's go. Yep, that's right.
Uh-huh, yeah. Okay, sounds about right.
That's right.
Oof.
That's about right.
All right.
This is how we're starting this evening.
I mean, no, this is just me. This is the Dallas special.
So, you're observing around nightfall. We had, dramatic sunsets last session and stuff. So, a little bit after sundown, there's 2 guards on the front. They go inside. They close the iron gate. They, throw a bolt, lock it shut. They go off inside their business. There's probably lights on in the house in most rooms for, maybe another hour-ish. And then most of the rooms go dark, though you think you catch, out of the corner of your eye that some of the rooms on the side of the house that where Dian Larkspur is set up stay on fairly late. And obviously you see that there are, the groups of the shiny new gargoyles are up there. There's 4 facing on the outside corners and 4 facing on the inside corners because it's got an inner courtyard. They don't really seem to notice or pay attention to you while you camp out and pretend to be a gargoyle yourself. You're not really sure if that's gargoyle solidarity or just they're not designed or programmed to interfere with anything that doesn't happen on their rooftop. Hours and hours go by. It gets deep into the night, deep into the witching hour. and you're like everything
In the
is
dark of
perfectly
the
normal,
night.
perfectly fine. I have absolutely no idea what the moon phase would be like. We'll say it's
Wazening Maxon.
crescenty, not gibbous, despite that being the funniest moon phase.
Which one's
Waxing
Wazening
Gibby.
Maxon? I can never remember the. What that
Waning is getting
translates to.
smaller, waxing is getting bigger. And then the others refers to the shape. So, crescent, gibbous is the opposite of that.
I'm always a fan of the crescent.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic. I think it's about the middle of the month, so it's probably like a waning crescent. We're coming back from a full, getting close to a new. But anyway, it gets heckarino late in the day.
All right,
And
Maxim's the old.
You've
word for
probably been,
crescent.
you don't really have to knock off or anything. But you're probably like kind of letting your mind slip in and out of focus because it's very boring. You're in a part of town where there's not a lot of nightlife. This area is like mostly residential and tradesmen or mercantile folk. So once shop closes up, everybody fucking goes to bed. But you do, you kind of like suddenly come back around in your meditation, since you don't need to sleep, and notice that there is a group of robed and hooded guys who approach the back door, and they knock on it in a certain sequence. You don't really catch what sequence they did, but they kind of shuffle in. They're wearing, big hooded robes and stuff. And they go in. You do anything?
Wait, so these are people in big hooded robes?
Yeah. Trio guys in, big concealy robes. They walk up to the back door. They knock. They go inside.
Where did they come from again?
Back alley. You don't know exactly where they
gonna-
came from. You weren't focusing that hard.
I'm gonna head over to the back alley that they came from.
Okay, you kind of scooch around your POV. Do you want to go down into the alley, keeping in mind that when you fly, you everywhere
Sound effects.
by your own design.
No, I understand.
You chose this.
I'll kind of just drop into the back alley.
All right. You can probably pull off a sustained drop without hurting yourself. You find somebody's convenient pile of hay in their backyard. Crunch. All right, you're in the alley. What do you want to do?
Just like investigate the area, see if anything's like weird or out of place.
Okay. Roll me a hard perception check with still 2 black dice.
Oh boy.
Because it is dark in this alley.
This is gonna be if I succeed this roll, I am a fucking god.
No, you're just lucky.
Hey,
You're not lucky they're rabbit though.
excuse you, I'm a terabit.
Right, you're right, you're a crossbreed.
All right, so you're digging around in this alley. You're minding
I
your
just
own
I
business.
wanted to be recognized how close that was to succeeding.
Pretty much. That was 2 successes and only 2 failures. There's no net failure. So you're minding your own business. You're looking around the alley. You're trying to like find footprints or weird signs or see if they brought anything with them. Did they take a cart? No, they don't have a cart. And that is when the back door to the Costanzo Manor opens up right into your shins. Clang, clank. So you take 2 strain and are knocked prone, sprawled into the back alley. You have enough time to notice 3 hooded people. By the way, do you still look like a gargoyle, or did you drop the mask spell?
No, I dropped the mask spell.
Okay. So there's a very scary armored man in the back street. Though admittedly, you look like a pool of shadow right now. Just kind of, black on black. 3 weird hooded guys with, pale faces and beady little eyes look down at you. They go, "Who the fuck is that? Scarpa! Flee!" And they pick up their little robes and just slam the door shut behind them and scatter. What are you doing?
So none of them are still outside of the manor?
No. They flee back up the alley. They don't go back inside. They were leaving naturally.
No, I'm if it's a chase they want.
All right.
I pursue.
Okay. I would like for you to make me a well, do you have the talent jump up?
Let me check.
Because currently you are sprawled on your ass, so it will take you a second to get up. Assuming you do not want to fly power slide after them. But that might be a little rough.
It would be a little silly.
I might need you to make coordination checks to fly.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have jump up.
Okay, so they get a little bit of a lead as you kind of like naturally scramble to your feet. You are starting to hear some kerfuffling in the manor door behind you, because they did slam the door shut and yell. So I would like for you to make me a
Athletics check, I'm assuming?
Yes. This will be an easy athletics check. These guys are not very fast.
Okay.
Listen, the man rolled 5 threats.
I did roll 5 threat. There's nothing I can do about that.
He was hit by a door.
There's plenty you could have done that. You could have not jumped down.
Pretty sure even if I hadn't jumped down with 5 threat, I would have fallen down.
Well, he did roll 3 threat. Okay. All right. Yeah, these guys are not particularly difficult. That was technically an opposed athletics check. That's right. They have brawn 1 and no athletics.
Cultists, huh?
So you are fairly easily able to clang, 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 clang. By the time they get to the end of the alley, where basically it junctions into some more alleys or back onto some streets, they like are getting ready to like round a corner, and you are up with them. You have caught up with them. What would you like to do? Like, basically, you have a moment before this becomes an initiative roll or something else. What do you do?
I attempt to encase them in ice.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What's the best? Probably be alteration. What's the base level on alteration?
You get to
Sounds
1.
like you're trying to cast ensnare on them.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to ensnare them.
That's an attack.
That he say he wants to encase them in ice. He doesn't say I want to freeze them to death.
Yeah, I want to non-killing encase them in ice.
Like he wants to circle them up.
The alteration is.
Let me check.
So okay, starts easy, but there's a couple of them. So go ahead and make me a hard Arcana check.
Okay. Now I'm actually rolling things I have dice in. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. With that threat, you can choose whether you want to take 1 wound or 2 strain.
I'll take 1
2
wound.
strain you take for casting the spell. Okay. Yeah. You're a little winded, a little sore, and so it kind of comes out of there. But you circle your offhand around, and just a ring of ice, leaps up to box them into a corner. And they're like, they just say, "What the hell? He's armored and he casts spells? That's cheating."
Okay, so how do I subdue these people? There's not gonna be a way to do this without just beating the shit out of them, is there?
Probably not, no.
Probably not. I mean, you could try and cast command to like sleep. But there are 3 of them. Behind you in the alley, since you were making a lot of noise,
Oh god.
You do kind of see the back door to the Costanzo Manor open, and the light spills out, and a couple of mercenaries with lanterns are like looking the fuck around, trying to figure out, what do you want to be doing here?
I'm going to. So it's still dark, right?
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Okay, and these idiots have probably also just been fumbling around in the dark.
The guards are armed with lanterns. These guys are not.
I'm going to use my obscure spell, basically.
Okay.
The obfuscation of identity one.
Gonna alter your appearance.
Yeah. I didn't. This is not my choice.
This is your choice.
This is your choice.
You
No,
might
this
have
is a
rolled
consequence of my actions.
You just watch
If
them
you
go
had just
somewhere.
watched them, this wouldn't have happened. You decided to engage. So yes, this is your fault.
All right, but you're casting Mask to obscure your identity.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good. While you're doing that, one of them will attempt to cast Dispel. He does not succeed. One of them tries to like wave his hands around and say some words to get rid of your ice wall, but it doesn't work right away.
Okay, and then I'm gonna draw my sword and engage the three in the ice ring.
Okay.
Because I don't know how else to end this.
Run away.
Leave. You can fly.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, no, that's a good point. I just take
Fucking-
off.
Fucking.
Yeah, I'm about to say you could literally fly. All right, so they fail. You obscure your identity. They don't get a good look at you. They fail to get out of the ice right away, and you're just like, "What do? I leave."
Oh, the guys are gonna be so mad at me.
Correct.
No, I think we're just gonna be disappointed.
No, I'm gonna. Well,
All right, where are you numing off to?
Okay, probably just a random direction in the city about like I'd say like a couple blocks down from wherever our tavern is.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna land and then walk sheepishly back to the tavern.
All right. Okay.
Just so they can't directly track the flying
no,
person.
it's fair. All right. So you break away from that
Look,
one.
I have high int, low wisdom.
You keep saying that.
no,
It's
what he
true
did
because
was
it's
intelligent.
true.
No, it's true. What he did was intelligent. He was gathering more information, but he did not.
It was
understand-
just
It was he didn't understand the wisdom of what might happen if he failed.
yes.
No, it makes sense for his character, but I'm still mad.
No, that's fair.
I weirdly feel like if at least one other person was with you, it probably would have gone very differently.
Well, that would have sucked for that person because they would have missed a night of sleep.
Fair.
Yes. Also, I don't know about that, Chief. I would like
Yeah,
to
I also
remind you,
don't know
one of
how-
them cast a magic spell.
Mm-hmm.
Minions
Yeah.
don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, once I saw them casting magic, oh, this is
Those are a little more
bad.
complicated. It's a little more full-bodied.
This is very bad.
Time to get out.
I'm not going to say that Mortis absolutely couldn't have, cleaned their clocks in a melee, but
But I'm very loud and messy.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee that, like, I was right outside the spawn point. If I'm going to be real, I wish the cultists had been a little more athletic, because then we could have at least gotten a little farther from the mansion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no, they suck at
Nay.
this. They really had to use the fact that you had a little bit of a slow start to their advantage, and they really didn't.
They're all in.
Unfortunately, I pursued it too well.
None of them were Lubu.
No.
If they were, I feel
No,
like the
not
guy would
today.
have thrown you off a cliff.
No, if they were Lubu, he just would have ripped me in half.
I'll be real. I feel like Lubu and GenSekai is just a fucking lance-wielding, horse-riding demon general fucker who's just gonna rip someone in
Trying to
half.
spear at you.
This would fucking die.
Yeah, but he also fought a demigod, if we're going by, like, silly rules.
So I said he'd be an archdemon.
You did
Nah,
not say
he's
that
just
part.
a really swole dude.
Where?
Okay. Anyway, all right. So it's like 3:00 in the morning. You return to the tavern. Are you just gonna like, chill out for the rest of the evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start whittling.
Whittle, whittle, whittle.
Well, hey, speaking of whittling, when you come back to, as usual, I presume that you are probably sharing a room with Ryahn,
Yes.
because I think you guys usually double up. But when you get back to your room, regardless, stuck to the inside of your door, you find a note stuck with a knife.
Oh no.
You may or may not recognize this knife. It is one of the unlimited number of knives that assassin lady had.
Shit.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm amazed that it wasn't on Leona's door, but fuck yeah.
No, she doesn't really think anything personal about that.
Oh, okay. I thought I just like left an impression of annoyance.
No.
No, you didn't. You didn't really annoy her.
Oh, okay.
No, it
You
would
guys
have
just
been
traded
me
with-
or...
You guys had a pretty even, fair fight.
No, it would have been me or Lucky, I would assume. Or me or Porter, rather.
Yeah.
Probably you.
And
It's stuck to your door.
and
It's got a little
Yeah.
seal of drawn on it.
I actively just pinched the bridge of my nose.
Wait, it might have been also Ryahn because of the curse.
Well, we're gonna have a conversation in the morning, but anyway. This is where I tell Aren, roll a new character. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Roll a crit. You've been crit once.
You've been assassinated.
We're not one of her targets.
Well,
Weirdly enough,
so,
she is an
anyway,
honorable assassin.
after pinching your brow, face palming, I assume you're gonna
Read the note,
Take it out.
yes.
So first of all, you've got a free dagger. I don't think her throwing knives are technically a throwing knife. I don't think it was particularly special. Let me double check.
No, but I'm definitely going to keep it. I'm actually going to make a necklace out of it.
a necklace of daggers.
No, just a
Yeah,
dagger.
it's just a normal throwing knife. So it's that'd be +1. Spoilers: her brawn was 3.
A little strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so throwing knife.
Knife.
That says knives. Technically, it was 1, but she had special abilities to continually draw knives forever.
Look, I had a feeling she would escape. I just didn't expect it soon.
I mean, she mentioned she had a teleport spell.
That's true.
Yeah, she has an escape spell that she tried to do in the battle. So no, it was.
We only caught her because we stopped her.
Well, Aren stopped her.
Yeah,
That's
but
wrong.
no, that's one of those like prison is gonna have a hard time holding her. Anyway, the note is fairly simple. It's written in a fairly refined hand. The kind of hand that somebody who has had to copy a lot of religious documents do. It's very short and to the point, but it basically says to the effect of, I'm trying to think how she would phrase this because it would be a little flowery. I did not pre-write this note because I was not necessarily sure who would actually pick up the note. I wasn't counting on Morty returning in the middle of the night, but it basically says something to the effect of like, I'm returning to my order. Probably the adjective pious, your pious actions, specifically referring to you, obviously, have kind of made me question the mission. We are recounting the contract on the Duke. Justice has been served on the false believer. I believe we will meet again someday. Tell your friend in the red hat to sleep with one eye open. And then
Oh, but
Hey, Roof.
it's signed with just another, bloody thumbprint.
Hey, Roof.
I will very
Could you go sleep with one eye open
carefully,
nowadays?
tuck the note in my things.
Yeah.
And then spend the rest of the night making a necklace for this dagger.
It's pretty simple. It's a throwing knife. It's pretty light. It works on a necklace for you because you are a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, this could go one of two ways. She's either going to have questioned her devotion, or she's going to swear vengeance upon us. One of two things.
No, the impression seems to be that like getting her ass kicked by one divine caster and one very religious seeming arcane caster. She was kind of like, clearly this was a test and I did not make it. I'm just gonna go back.
No, that's fair.
But yes, so morning comes, you guys wake up, Ryahn, you find Morty is back already, and he has a new necklace of a knife. It's a very familiar looking knife. You're pretty sure that knife got chucked at your head the other day.
Why are you back so early, Mortis?
I'll explain to everyone when we get.
There's clearly seagulls outside your door, your window. As I guffaw to myself.
The assassin escapes. And also pinned a note to our door.
You mean like the outside of the door, right?
No, I don't.
You glance at the inside of your door. There's a knife mark in it.
The window open?
I mean, if we hear the seagulls, probably.
There's no central air, so I don't imagine you would close the shutters a lot.
I don't
But
know.
if Ryahn did close the shutters were definitely open when Mortis got back.
That's wonderful. How am I gonna maintain an alarm spell for every night from now on? Huh.
Mortis just stays in your room at all times.
Anyway, I'm hungry. Let's go down for breakfast.
Yeah, I've got some. Yeah, I probably should debrief you.
That's
Mortis,
why you're back. That's why you're back early.
Yeah, Mortis over breakfast will explain he's the totally not in his control events of last night.
Porter is just leaning back in his chair, staring at the heavens.
Mortis will look very contrite as he explains this.
Even I wouldn't jump from the roof.
There's a lot of things you wouldn't do, Miss Leona.
Fair point.
Look, I have no excuse.
Well,
other than it sounded better in my head.
I have a question. Are we aware of the rumor being spread about Mort looking for the mercenary leader?
Oh.
Yeah, I believe you guys did some asking around town after those threats were rolled. So, yes, you probably may have heard back that rumor is going around.
All right. Damn, it's
That's
control.
our way.
That's not the worst thing.
The what?
That's not the worst thing. I see where you're going with this.
Like I said, if we can just put it that Mort is really interested in fighting the captain and might be doing snooping around, we might be able to deflect some attention that we might be doing a raid on the fucking thing, but I'm not entirely sure how we want to go around that. Do we want to like double down on the rumor? Do we want to actually try? Because I was actually thinking about capitalizing on this rumor earlier. We can use it to basically, if we offer an incentive, like cash. They're a mercenary group. They probably like a bit of money. If we offer a purse and a duel, we might be able to draw the captain and maybe a few of his dudes away from the manor.
Yeah.
And do a thing there, and Morty can. Well, we can make the duel legitimate, and if Morty fucking fails, then we'll be just all like, rules are off, and just dogpile him.
Actually, Morty, how much money do you have on you?
Well, actually, I think it's more of a what. Well, I guess what is a good purse that would tempt someone away?
2,000 gold, maybe.
That's a lot.
Maybe 1,000.
Pretty decent.
1,000.
I mean, I have I should just rephrase. I have 2,000 gold.
Would you be okay with it? Well, actually, no. I don't. I think we're at a fair. And that he won't win or lose won't actually probably get the gold. Probably. Well,
mercenary contract work is usually about the guild standard anyway is about 2,000 GP a contract, which could be for an extended salary. Bodyguard work specifically is much higher paying, as you guys know from your experience, but
yeah. But if I put up a contract of 1,000, a purse of 1,000, probably wouldn't.
That's the equivalent of like half a job's pay, for a normal mercenary. That would probably be enough to get started. Simple economics.
Yeah. So,
executing this, I will tell you, would probably be either a deception check to lie your way out of this or negotiation to come up with a good contract deal.
Well, now there's a
Or
couple.
I could just fight him and win.
But here's another interesting part about this. We're planning on going to the Sun Knights today and potentially have them. We put a hit on not a hit. That's the wrong word. Why did I say that?
Warrant.
Put a warrant out for. I am horrible with names. What's her name?
Larkspur?
Larkspur again.
Yeah,
And then probably
Larkspur.
using some
Yeah.
Sun Knights to maybe cordon off the area. If we can just draw, like, after we do get the arrest over, like, if we can draw the mercenary captain away and then lock down the area, they won't be able to actually get back in until they're done. Unless this guy wants, he might. I don't know. I don't actually have a full grasp of this character. Would this dude actually start a fight with the temple, with the Sun Knights to get back in? I don't fucking know. But if we get him outside the area and then cordon off so he can't get back in, that is another potential way to remove him from the mansion, at least.
I had
Shot.
an idea.
I'm listening.
What if I'm trying to think of her name?
Which one?
Because
Who?
we need someone who has the fighting ability to keep the captain's attention, correct? What if we put out the rumor that it isn't me specifically, but it is... Oh, what is the name of the Naginata chick?
One of the Heavenly
your monk
Maidens?
friend?
No.
Sheena Tigerfist?
No.
Daz is just he's muted himself. Put a pin in that. We'll come back.
We'll come back.
I mean, I'm totally for splitting them all up and dealing with them separately if we can arrange it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to clarify this since we're not on that other thing. So the idea with Larkspur is you're going to, talk to the Knights and have them agree to arrest her, and you guys are going to go get her, ideally while she's out of the house.
Yes.
If she's in the
Yes.
house, then it's not any point. All right.
Sorry about that. But yeah, I was thinking we could get the Naginata chick to actually do the distraction if we wanted to do that.
Well,
What?
they-
No, you're
Wasn't
not a
one of
chick.
the Naginata. There isn't one.
The of your friend's crew.
the Heavenly Maidens?
Yeah, the chick with the
She has
spear.
an axe.
Oh, axe, right.
The gun
Sorry.
axe.
Yes, but so that is Sheena Tigerfist. Well, she does like a good fight, but that would mean you'd have to cut the Heavenly Maidens into this. They do need their thing, but
They were kind of giving it to us so that they wouldn't have to worry about it and focus on other things. So
I preferably
And
didn't.
we already, the rumor has been established that you are.
Well,
Lewis.
then I could just disguise some random mook as me.
Just do the fight, or unless you're afraid of it.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of it, but I'm not comfortable with you three going to assault the castle on your own without
not.
me.
We're not.
We're gonna get Larkspur, which is separate.
And
Oh, okay. No, I was misunderstanding. Never.
also, point
That's
of
fine.
action: you go off on your own and do weird shit all the time. You have no bones to talk about being uncomfortable with shit.
I think he means in the sense that you might die. He is very resilient to damage.
And so am I. I can literally go 3 turns and take 0 damage.
As long as Porter's next to me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
He's fucking. He can
And I
become
have like massive
invincible.
fucking heals. I'm better at keeping everyone alive than you are.
in different ways, but
in different
yes.
ways, but yes, if I could like get up in someone's grill, pop my ability for 3 turns, I literally take 0 damage, and I have a bunch of spells specifically proc to keeping a lot of peace, and I can actually res people.
Yes, Mortis is geared more towards the allies don't take damage in the first place.
Yeah.
Alright. But regardless, it's still a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be comfortable if any of us were missing from.
Well, we're
I'll
not
be
going
very
after the
honest.
demon yet, so
I was mistaken on what the plan was.
Okay.
If you're going after Lark, I don't really care about that. I thought you were trying to get him. Never mind.
I was talking about two
No,
different.
I now understand it. Yeah, I'm now more clear on what the plan is.
To clarify
Or
for the
his plan.
audience, I believe the idea is to tackle every single one of them individually
Yes.
and not have any room for ganging up. So, try and arrest Larkspur, and then also at the same time, or after that, handle Tito X Gladius.
Probably the same day.
Yeah.
I would like definitely in the same day, but
Yeah.
And I'll try and beat him in the
Guys,
fight.
I'm gonna warn you. This all will have to be at the same day. If two of those important people don't come back for a whole day,
Yeah,
that would probably be bad. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what'll happen, but that will require enemy action.
No.
That's pretty standard tactics.
But I'll challenge the dude to a duel. You guys handle Larkspur with the paladin people, and then if I can't beat him in the duel, we'll just jump him.
Anyway, what are we doing first?
well,
Purchases.
I need to get some crafting done because I need to make my fucking demon be gone item.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I did purchase the materials for a Jugo Sacred Clay.
I guess I'll need to see how long that will take you first, and then I'll plan accordingly.
Let me double check.
Sure, it might take you a while.
I believe it's a rarity 9 item.
Yeah.
So that's the minimum.
Depending how long it.
At minimum 9 hours. I'll get started here
Maximum
early in the
9
morning.
hours.
But if you guys want, you could probably, it's morning, you could probably go talk to Sir Sanson and let him know.
I also have to get crafting the item I was going to.
Yeah, you were
Ryahn, I
thinking
guess
about
we
crafting
get.
some stuff while you were.
I mean, I guess we go get that done.
Yeah, we can do that.
Also, I should probably tell you guys. Yeah, the assassin lady's out.
You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, she said. I didn't say it to you two.
Yeah, I don't know if that actually came up on purpose.
Oh, okay. That's
Anyway, rolling it on. Okay. Do you want to roll for crafting first, or talk to paladins first?
I'll get my roll on here.
get the rolls in.
Well, Lucky is figuring out rolling. What do you planning on making, Morris?
Utility item, basically
Of course.
utility magic item to cast light.
Ah, right. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Well, this will
Basically
take-
in the form of glasses.
Well, I got a triumph, but 2 threat, so.
Luckily, I'm in the right zone for that.
Oh, where the heck? Oh, there it is.
I think the one that just makes the most sense here is we'll do the double threat here. Must purchase additional materials with half the original components cost. So you gotta basically pay the full price now.
Gotcha. So let me increase that to the full 500.
How do you determine difficulty again?
Either rarity.
Okay.
Yeah, Keymaster Scrolls. You're doing the utility. That's rarity 3, so that'd be. It's what the craft roll is half round up. So it'd be
So
1.
yeah.
It still costs you 1,000 gold redues.
That's fine.
I'm creating the money sink.
Yes.
That
Well,
still
one of the
gives
money sinks,
me.
anyway.
That still gives me 1,000 to put in the purse.
Porter, what do you want to do with your triumph?
I would like to
Triumph.
have a second effect, but I'm not sure which one. Originally, I was gonna make a thing fucking combine this, but I'm trying to think of what effect would be good on the jug.
Maybe I would affect the difficulty to affect the demon.
Hang on, let me double check.
I believe it's opposed, so
What
okay.
skill would I use for crafting this? Is it arcane? Or
yeah, it
would
is
be-
Arcana because you're making a magical item.
Jacob Sucker Earth. Discipline checks. Once we're to push back a spiritual entity or break a curse, make an opposed discipline versus discipline check. First is the source of the malice, and if you succeed, you can end one curse, poison, demon, or person, drive a spirit or a curse from a person or place, or negate the effects of a failed fair test on another. Yeah, that's one per session.
So Mortis only takes about 3 hours to do that. Glasses are probably E0.
Yeah.
So you could just spend those 2 advantage to reduce the time needed to craft by 1 hour each. So you could just make it 1 hour.
Yeah, I'll just do that, I guess.
All right, yep.
There's not
Same.
much else I can do with it.
You just have glasses now which generate light.
Yes.
So you can reduce yourself on some...
Specifically an eerie blue light.
Mm-hmm. You guys and your eerie lights. If you weren't already the many paths, that should, just come up with some kind of a spook troop name.
Spook troop.
I almost went spook troop woo-woo, but that's the DuckTales. I don't remember what the Goof Troop theme song was like.
I don't think they had a theme song.
They had one. Goof troop will always stick together.
No. Alright.
Alrighty, okay. Anyway, while Porter's still deciding on his triumph, paladining. You go to the temple.
Yes.
Sir Samson is there. He greets you. You're led in by some other Knights of the Sun. He says, "Ah, hello, my friends. Just the 2 of you today. Still, so good to see you."
Yes, the others are busy with certain other tasks. It's good to see you as well, though.
Of course. Yes. Spot of bad luck. Just so you know, that assassin-y type, fellow lady. She seems to have mysteriously escaped from her confinement.
Yes. I'm aware of that. Apparently, she stuck into my room and left a note for myself and Sir Mortis.
Ah. Well, my friend, you should consider yourself so lucky to be alive.
Yes. Try not to think too much of it, but
Because Gerardo Vestri is no longer alive. Just so you know.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the false believer has been dealt with.
I thought so.
He has been quite shankled, as they say. Shish
Hmm.
kebabbed. This
Well-
makes things simpler for us, but probably a little more complex politically. Hopefully everything will work out.
Also,
Indeed.
Interrogate him for how he got in contact.
That
We'll
is
figure it out someday.
something we'll worry about later. The reason we're here today is we were hoping to get your help and perhaps some of your knights' help. Porter
Yes, indeed.
has located a.
Actually, let's find a private room before we talk about this openly.
All
I mean,
right,
I
we're
was
already
assuming-
standing in like a little church alcove, but sure.
I mean,
You walk over 2 feet and enter a private room. Clunk. Anyway, you were saying.
yes, our companion Porter, while we were in the process of another job for the Adventurers Guild, has located a demon in the city.
Oh my, that's quite serious.
Where
Where is it? What are we doing?
It is located in a noble's villa, actually, and
Oh,
it is quite
Terribly
fortified. We were looking for some help in the matters, both in detaining one of the possible perpetrators so that we could interrogate her and find out what to expect inside the villa, and to, when we do storm the villa, to ensure that innocents are not caught in the violence.
Sorry, I was reading the exact example on Triumph. Yes, that counts as add the new effect. So yes, he kind of takes us in, seems very somber. Yes, this is quite serious. Our normal response to such things is to immediately get in there and go about our business. But yes, without knowing exactly what sort of demon we're dealing with, that could be a little bit tricky. A bit
We
of a
thought so as
sticky
well.
wicket. All right. Yeah, like pretty high discipline here, and not like lacking in necessarily. Sir Samson is not necessarily an idiot or anything. So he's like, all right, okay. So you say you need to work with the specificity. All right, okay. Obviously my Knights of the Sun, we are technically it is not our direct business to go about dealing with demons, but they're already in the city, so that should fall under our excuses easily enough. Our purviews.
Ooh, excuse me.
We thought it would be better that you would probably be better suited for such a task than whatever city guard or we could
yes,
arrange.
yes, of course. That's yes, is quite appropriate. Seems on point. Well then, which part of this do you wish to start with at first? I assume you've got a suspected heretic or associated person, somebody in the circle. Dark
Yes,
circle.
the demon was located in Vittorio Constanzo's villa.
Oh,
Or
yes,
Costanzo.
you don't say. Heard of that fellow.
Yes,
He was
we're not
pretty
sure
ill lately.
how it exactly transpired. That's one of the reasons why we do wish to capture his
Ward.
ward, Dian Larkspur, and question her about it.
Okay, he doesn't have any streetwise, so he doesn't know anything about that. Yes. Okay, all right. I'm seeing the picture. A grim picture. A dark picture.
Indeed. Apparently, there's also a mercenary company that was hired to protect the villa, and we have made other plans to neutralize some of their combat capabilities, at least.
Yes, that's probably going to be a little complex. It's not exactly very sporting to run up to a hired guard and shout, "Your boss is a demon! Out of my way!" It works sometimes, but not all the time.
True.
It happens. Probably works more times than you think it does. Less than you want it to.
It's a very specific way of saying that, but all right. Is this one of those Longu stoicism things? Ah, thumps you on the back. Ow, your bones. You're what, Brawn 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, ow, your bones.
Yeah. Just take the
Clank.
pain. It was my mistake. My fault.
All right. Well, I can, since you've identified it, I suppose I can have a few of my more subtle men. That despite our glorious overlords shining lights upon piercing the darkness, we do know some subtle people. I can have a bit of a call around among some of our orders here for some subtler individuals to keep an eye on the place. Unless, of course, that's what your associates are doing right now. Didn't want to.
They were, but some things transpired, and I don't know if he will be again keeping watch tonight, but he may. But anyways, the time frame, I know that my companion Porter is fashioning a device to drive the demon away or potentially destroy it.
Ooh.
And I know that will require most of today, so I believe...
Well, we should probably try and put watch on the building for now. If there was some circumstance which had some stuff happening, maybe we lay low for a little bit, let the heat die down, much like the heat of the sun dies down in the evening.
I will.
Also, I'm going to be honest with you.
to
It's not just a thematic thing, but we are the Knights of the Sun. We're definitely better at fighting demons when the sun is high. That's just kind of a thing. There's some, I could knock over to our local Temple of Karka and see if they've got any Moon Silver Knights. You want to do some night stuff? Those guys are great for that. Never met anybody quieter in plate mail. I don't know how they do it. It's probably a blessing from the Lord of the Night. Anyway,
Like someone needs to.
but yes,
on that one.
our confidence would be best experienced while the sun is high and our swords are gleaming. Obviously we can conjure forth lights in the time of night and stuff like that, but it's a little more complicated.
Understand
So
completely. I believe our plans were to get it done all in one day, be that tomorrow or the next day, whichever
yes, that seems very
comes
technically
up.
sound.
We will definitely inform you when that aspect of it is a little more nailed down.
All right, I will. As I said, I will put some gentlemen on the street, the area, to observe things, in such a way as we can. Keep an eye out. We will send for you if anything dramatic happens, and I'm sure they can find you if you are making any moments. I will remain here and prepare myself. I shall begin my 11 meditations in 15 forms.
Out of character, real quick. Did Mortis mention the road people?
I think he did.
Specifically?
Yes, I would have mentioned.
I was just
road
wanting to make
people.
sure how specifically you mentioned them.
No.
I will say
I would have mentioned
that
they had spellcasters.
I will
specifically.
mention that our companion who was watching the place did have a brief run-in with several robed individuals that snuck into the villa, and he does report that they were wielders of magic.
Verily well. Well, I'll see if we can't also put some feelers out for that. I don't want to assume, he kind of nods ahead at you specifically, Ryahn. But gentlemen with dark robes and big staffs tend to be spooky spellcasters of some sort running about. We might be able to have a handle on that.
Well, I will say that it was more their actions of sneaking about during the night that is more alarming than any sort of robes or staff they may have.
I like big sticks and I cannot lie.
But very well. We'll also keep an eye out for this. Go with the scions, my friends. Is there anything else you need from me this day while the sun is high?
No. Thank you for
It's
seeing
incorrect.
us.
The sun is still it's only just after dawn, actually. But, I like to say when the sun is high.
It is rising, though.
Indeed. We're all rising like the sun. Ah. Claps you on the back, Ryahn. Ow, your bones. We're on 4. Ow, your bones.
We're on 2. Ow.
You need to lift more, my friend. Perhaps we shall go for a morning jog.
I feel like I need to lift more than him.
We can all lift together.
I mean, Leona's maybe better off. You might actually have athletics. But anyway.
Pull sheet out of her pocket.
I will bid Sir Samson
all right, I do.
farewell for the
All
time
right.
being and head back to the inn.
Yeah, he's gonna go light some candles and some incense, do some fucking montages. Do some fucking sword kata as well, Gregorian chanting happens in the background.
I was gonna go with Eye of the Tiger, but okay.
I was looking at the casual version of
Can
Eye of the Tiger.
Can I do a Gregorian chant version of Eye of the Tiger?
Maybe.
Oh, I bet.
I've not.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
If I ever get a fucking music making device, I will make a Gregorian chant of fucking Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Anyway, yeah.
Like I said, I am gonna be like literally.
Yeah, you're blocked up from basically dawn till dusk.
I'm making a sweet item, but yeah.
Basically, I'm gonna spend. I guess after we do this, probably gonna spend the day. I guess just keep an eye out for Larkspur to get a sense of what she's doing, if it's different than what expected to.
Well,
Expect-
if you
Okay.
want to,
Do you want to stock
get the
the
duel
house?
going, if you want to get the duel going, it might be a good idea to set it for like find him today and set it for the morrow.
Spreading those rumors.
About streetwise, I guess, is like push the rumors in a direction.
Yeah, if you wanted to go for the spin, go for it. You can make me an average streetwise.
I don't know if I can use the book
Work
for
out.
this typically or not.
Probably not. No, this is a little more
Okay.
social leaning.
That's average rate.
And like I said, if you want to actually like formally issue a challenge, it will either have to be deception to lie through your ass or negotiation to set terms. But
I could probably try lying through my ass, but I'm not sure that would go well.
all right, you don't really the rumor doesn't really grow in size. You don't really find any new people to tell it to. But those people who already know it, they really believe it. I will say this since you've got some advantage and can decide some stuff here. Are any of you using specifically Mortis Darkfrost's name in this challenge, or is it just kind of like, this mysterious black armored Nightman?
I feel like I have to ask. I feel like considering everything, I'm fine saying Mortis's name for it because we need actually to pin it down.
I believe you guys all bought link beads, so you can just
I
you
guess
can actually
I'll
PC
ask
hype
it
right
for.
now. You can TACnet. You can
I
just
was asking if he like is okay with that or not.
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright.
all right. So yeah, some people really, really believe Mortis Darkfrost wants to fight Tito X Gladius. That probably doesn't take you too long to set up. So, Mortis, you got your new glass Z-Doos.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your blue light glasses. You look like a real gamer now.
I am the blue light.
So, you guys, like I said, basically have the whole day ahead of you, since Porter will be blocked up with like lots and lots of praying, chanting, filtering, sand, grinding up herbs, putting it in sand.
Does Mortis want to go out and kind of present himself to the people that know about the fight, and so that maybe Tito or someone associated with him will come out and like confirm it?
Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. I'll basically set up in some district that is like this is somewhat legal in. Like basically a pseudo fight pit, essentially.
Probably
Of
the best
like,
place to have a sanctioned bout would probably be actually, funnily enough, this is also where the Adventurers Guild is on the campus of the Bards College, because they have, outside athletic rings and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you want to organize a fight like on a street stage, which I don't know, you might. Do you want to start a?
No,
do you want
yeah,
to start a street performance?
He's an official duelist, right?
Yes, he is a member of the Fighters Union and we used to have accreditations for some kind of dueling organization.
Yeah, then I would probably do it in a more sanctioned.
All right. So I would like to reiterate this part of the process. Is somebody going to actually issue a challenge to him?
Well, yeah, no, that was going to be part of my basically. I was going to spend most of this day whooping on the undeserving, and basically at the end of my performance today,
Okay.
put out a challenge to.
I was figuring also Ryahn was going to follow him around and like be kind of his hype man.
Okay. In that case, I would like Ryahn, go ahead and make me an average charm check, assuming that you are not lying about hyping up Mortis, in which case that would be deception.
No.
Mortis, I would like you to go ahead and make me let's call it average melee check of your preference to duel.
I'll do melee light.
That is not the right room. Almost
Leona,
posted my roll
some of
in.
this will be going on while you're doing your rumor spreading, but what else would you want to do with the day? Because it sounds like Mortis is going to do.
I am
this for the most
probably
part
just
while dueling.
gonna try to stalk Larkspur.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna point out that we just had someone trying to be on cover. And while you are definitely better at it, do you really want to do this by yourself? Like, I'm asking, what advantage do you think you will get from this?
I was thinking of just getting an actual place we could set up the ambush of sorts, but I guess we don't have to.
I mean, I can spare you the problem on that. No, you're not going to get that out of, especially today.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
After they've just had a security incident. I don't want to confirm whether or not she would leave the house today, unless you want to roll and actually observe, because there's stuff you can get away with. But out of a single day of surveillance, you're not going to find like she always goes to this coffee shop.
Fair.
You could ask your good buddy Arnold von Blackfeather if he knows anything about her habits, because he was already asking around earlier. But obviously you need to be careful about that, because if you'll recall, Dian is friends with all the capos in the Thieves Guild in town, so word can get back to her.
And I guess the situation is, I might just want to update Blackfeather on our plan and see what he thinks about it.
Okay. All right, you can go do that in a second. To resolve these checks, first of all, Ryahn does a very good job of hyping up, Sir Mortis Darkfrost, pride of the Highlands, a magical duelist. He uses the sword, he uses the board, he uses the spell. Probably, some magical fireworks and stuff.
And look at the size of him.
He's 10 feet tall if he was an inch. That kind of stuff. 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Mortis, your actual dueling attempts are not. You probably do on technicalities lose as many as you win. But with a triumph and that amount of advantage, your victories your victories and even your defeats are suitably flashy for what you want. Hardcore duelists probably don't think too much, because, as you said, you were just gonna pick on some undeserving people. You mostly end up fighting a lot of bards with epées and rapiers.
Yeah.
Really
I feel like I'm
chance.
basically doing the carny wrestling bit of like, I will beat the shit out of your strongest person.
Yeah. So like you end up body checking a couple of poor skinny nerds who are just like, yes, the rapier, a noble weapon. Clang. Ow. Right. But you do remember to, use some of your footwork in there. Remember to throw in some spell work to show off. You occasionally, not actually to hurt anybody, but you remember to like wreathe your blade in flame or coat it in ice to be all, cool and flashy. And so there's a little bit of a spectacle. A decent number of people come to see. And it's probably about the result there. And you say, Mortis, you want to cap off your day here by basically saying, is there no one cool enough to challenge me? If only there was somebody like, I don't know, Tito Claudius. Like, are we gonna name drop?
I would assume that we probably would do, because like we are trying to draw specifically him out. Otherwise, you're just going to get other people potentially.
We're gonna start the fucking Scott Pilgrim tide of evil X's. No. But yes, Mortis, you're gonna specifically call out.
Yeah, I will call out what's his name, Tiberius Legatus, or
Tito X Gladius.
I know it was something like that.
Right,
but yeah, no.
What does the X mean in fucking means former soldier?
No.
What does it mean?
In Latin, X means of or from.
Oh, of the sword.
Yeah,
So
it's
he's
of
Tito
the sword.
of the sword.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just remembering my fucking Codex Alera and fucking Aldrich.
Yeah.
Aldrich X Gladius. I was just like,
Yeah, just that. Yeah, that means of the sword. All right, so let me see. What would be the best one here? Definitely a social skill. I really should definitely not ask Mortis to decept because he's not good at that.
Well, because I'm also not deceiving.
Also true.
I am
You're
challenging
literally,
this man to a fight.
Your pick. Make me an average leadership or coercion roll.
I'm gonna
that will
go
depend on
with...
basically what. That's basically what kind of wrestling promo are you cutting?
Well, I'm obviously a face, so I'm gonna cut leadership.
All right.
There's no way I'm
Leon
not
can
a
give
face.
you unskilled assistance if he wants, or if he has leadership, it can be skilled assistance. But he is there and he is typing, so.
Can you give me unskilled or skilled assistance, Ryahn?
Sorry, I had my mic up. I have leadership 1, so I don't know if that's better than
Okay,
yours.
but
So.
what leadership uses presence, right?
Yes.
Yes, I do have
So
3
I can use your presence, which
Yeah.
much better because I do have leadership 2,
Cool.
but my presence is 1, so
Yeah.
that makes it way
so
better.
You can do presence 3 leadership against an average.
I just realized I'm essentially Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman. This man. You're just my ring manager.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of the vibe we're going for here.
I am the tribal chief. That's for our 2 wrestling listeners. You said average check?
Yes.
Jesus, this is not my day today.
Okay. All right.
Pain Pecco.
The rumor's definitely not the rumor. The word of the challenge is definitely getting out there, but you don't get any letters or responses. Taito Exclitus and step out of the shadows and be like, I accept your challenge. You think you're making headway, but there's no obvious comeback from this right away. Leona, you were going to go. Actually, is Axe back? He didn't say that yet. Axe, are you back?
If they had thrown down the purse, could that give them a bonus or something?
Yeah, that'd probably be, if you mention the purse explicitly, that'd probably be like a boost die.
I'll probably do that tomorrow then.
Do it on E.
I mean, if you want to, because we're waiting for Axe to come back. If you would like me to meta you a little, usually when you challenge people to duels, you need to approach them in person. You don't necessarily have to do that part, but you can pay a street urchin to deliver him, a note, a letter of challenge.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And be like, I challenge you. Obviously, I think the hyping up helps.
Wait, no, I have a better idea. I have a way better idea.
Well, we'll come back to that, I think. Okay, Axe is having a time. Small creatures have climb speeds, Axe.
It made it to the third level of my fucking pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah, mice are fast.
I did find my fucking duct tape. I'll be back.
He's having a moment.
Duct tape? What?
I don't know if duct tape is the appropriate response to a mouse, but yeah, sure, okay. Maybe he's patching the mouse.
My doors don't have bottoms, so I need to seal the bottom of my doors.
It's a mouse.
He needs to not eat his grain.
Just step on it.
I would if it kept not hiding behind my laundry machine.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't actually know if that would work.
Go hire a cat.
That is what cats are for. Anyway. I'm just debating if we need to take a 5
I would if it wasn't. It's fine. I've got my food.
Axe, did you get it? Okay. I'm going to say, if you're talking to us and not dealing with that, that's not how this goes. But if you're good, we can go about to our business instead of holding on.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
All right. So I'm still unclear. Axe, are you back?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just having sand loss for a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, got it. So you're gonna go back to Arnulf. Okay. You're just gonna tell him generally what your current plan is. Anything specific you want to point out or to leave out in talking to him?
I have to ask the others in this case of what should I not say that to prevent it from getting really awkward in the, I guess, grand scheme of it.
What? I'm confused.
He's asking if there's anything that we don't want to tell our contact from the other guild.
I mean, probably not anything about the assassin stuff, just because it's not relevant.
I would assume you would mention that anyway, because it's not really.
Not that relevant.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything I'd want to specifically.
I mean, I think you're just trying to find out if he knows anything about her schedule, right?
I don't know. Maybe you want to leave off that you might be getting the Sun Knights involved.
Fair.
Like I said, other guild probably won't like, in general, have potentially, the not cops, knocking on some doorsteps. That's all I can think of.
So then it brings the general plan of we found a demon, and our goal is we're trying to separate the central figures within the estate.
Oh, hi. Well, that settles the proof. There are things I could do to assist you in that, but I must admit, not really good in direct confrontation. That's not really what nocturnes do. We're investigators. If you're looking for Larkspur's habits, I would say they are mostly behind closed doors. I do know that usually they would go to bookshops and the things. Obviously, somebody needs to do the shopping for the house if they don't send the mercenaries out to do that. So, food vendors down on the market street is probably a good idea. And I believe she has a penchant for herbalism, so you might, check out your herb shops, your alchemy shops, that sort of thing. If you're truly concerned, I suppose I could leave my post here and try and keep an eye out, but I would have to keep a very distant eye out, since obviously she knows a few things about our tricks. They're not just for kids.
I'll just make a few rounds then.
Aye, be careful. It doesn't seem like any of them have made you, but as I said, everyone's got contacts here. Make sure, even with the demon thing, to avoid the local constabulary, alas, because, they might, one of them might get it in their full heads to be like, oh no, Count, please, this can't be true. And then, if he's a demon, he'll probably, snap his neck or eat his heart or something.
Or worse.
Rip out his still living spine and beat him to death with it.
Enthrall.
My way's more fun.
It's also very short.
Well, it makes for a punchier. Anyway, I don't know why I'm discussing
Yeah,
that.
yes.
You have your own habitats. Anyway. Don't mind me. Keep looking out.
Thanks for the advice.
If you need any assistance actually infiltrating, be sure to let me know. But it sounds like we're not necessarily going for an infiltrating. Door kicking works too. Just be careful about that dead man's hand, That's not really important to me, but it's important to you and your friends. So I'd hate to see all this work get out there and not finish the job up. Anyway, as you are, I'm going to go back to enjoy my gelato.
Enjoy your time.
Gelato.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna link for everyone about what he suggested, and that if I should not take any rounds at all, just to possibly happen a chance to see if it's true, or at least effective today or tomorrow.
Well, you could go around town and identify popular bookstores, and apothecaries.
I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well, I guess, get a good sense of those places.
All right. You can roll me an average streetwise check. Yes, you can use your book for this. Because, these are the kinds of things that be in your guild guidebook.
That way you don't have to we don't have to necessarily worry about running around. We can just go from point to point or...
What?
Wow, it really do be that kind of day.
It is. Jesus. Okay.
I
I
think I have a really easy way to spin this. Yeah, there's a lot of them. That's like alchemists and apothecaries and shit is like one of the major things they do in Witchtown. So, and also in the Neff Refuge, which is attached to Witchtown. So, like, there are whole streets where you can't go more than a stone's throw without hitting an apothecary.
I've learned
It
all
still
of them, but it
gives
doesn't
you
mean
a
I know any
pretty
idea.
good- Yeah, it still gives you like a pretty good sense of places where you can hang out. The problem is that you've got broad areas, so you guys will probably need to keep an eye out and will not get any necessarily extra advantages or guarantees. But Lordy, you're trying.
Lord, are we trying?
All right, I'm pretty sure that's enough legwork for the day phase. Porter stumbles out of his room with his hair standing on frizz. Doc from Back to the Future style. Great Scott.
I've done it.
After you had to spend, so many hours both probably potting to make your gourd and then also putting the magic dirt in it. But yes, the rest of you can reassemble after your whole day period.
We'll definitely fill Porter in on what happened.
Porter, I don't think Porter has anything particular to add there. Such things is not in his wheelhouse, really. But all right. But Porter will explain that his sacred earth cord basically has the ability to expel and or trap demons. But it's kind of a one-shot deal.
Also, you gotta get close.
Gotta get close.
All right.
But actually, that I do have a question. When it says drive a demon out, does it just mean drive it out and then we have to fight the demon? Or does it like drive it from this plane and send it somewhere else?
In this case, no, you would be removing it from the person, so
Okay.
it would still be here.
Okay. So we still have to fight it. All right. Just checking. All right. But Porter will go on to explain if this is like, whether this is like involuntary or voluntary. We should, if everything goes well, be able to at least drive the demon out and maybe spare the good Count? Yeah, the Count.
It will be the best.
Yeah. And if we can slap it hard enough, Porter can capture it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a nemesis, so...
Or you could just, beat it up and make it go back home.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's Porter's preparation.
All right. Sounds like we're just going one more sleep till... I think, and then we just go.
Yep.
Oh, actually, hang on 1 second. I keep forgetting to make my fucking clan war paint. This is
Right, yes, that's the thing you have materials for. I think for like 2 sessions.
Oh, more than 2 sessions. But let me just... I want to make it because I want to apply it in the morning. It's 105. I already made it, so it'll be 5. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an average check. It's late at night. Porter will get some dinner. And then he'll try and make his glorious clan war paint. I have decided, though, their bonus will be discipline.
All right, that is a general skill.
Yep. So I will be rolling survival for this, though. So, yeah. Oh, I got my fucking survival. Wait, no, I haven't filled it yet. Fuck, never mind then.
All right.
That's 5 hours. That's late at night. Fuck.
Yeah, it's probably good. Add an hour.
All right, so midnight. I'll be done with this at midnight.
See, this is why when I walk around in Final Fantasy XIV, I see people just crafting everywhere. In the middle of your Grand Company Hall, in the street, wherever.
Wherever.
You just hear people clanking. It's Porter right now.
Plus, if you're
Yeah,
upper
just
level,
roll.
it's so easy to make them.
Just scrape, wiggle.
But yes.
And I believe you described the clan Strongheart paint earlier as what was it? Was it brown and green?
Yep, browns and greens, very arboreal design.
You're from like down south, right?
No.
Nay. Porter's clan is actually in the Midlands, closer to the
Okay.
what are they called, Barrier Mountains?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, probably some umber or sienna. Actually, no, it would probably be from a tree dye, like walnut or chestnut tree, chestnut brown. That sounds more appropriate for Porter. And then some similarly floral green paints. Swirling tree and leaf.
Yes, Porter's clan is named after a mythical stag that can be found in I fell off a cliff. Found in the region. Called the Crystal Heart. It's a stag with crystal lanterns, antlers.
Ooh.
It has to do with the clan's origin story. So they have taken its name.
Are you okay?
You all right?
Sorry.
What happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Very well
Okay.
then.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so Porter's up all night grinding with his mortar and pestle.
Porter and Kessel.
He's grinding
Porter
with
and kettle.
Porter. Okay.
Porter.
Oh god, we need to
Pestle,
get
pestle, mortar, mortar.
we need to get a companion named Kessel. That's just your like.
He
That's-
did
the vest-
his
The
porter
vessel
mortar.
with the pestle has the pellet with the point. Flag with that is true.
Holy shit.
So
Anyway.
you grind up a lot of paints and mix them together and set them, and so now you've got them in like a little appropriate pigment vials, and you have to applique them in there to actually get the benefit. But yeah, you got them ready.
Yeah, I'll be able to applicate them in the morning.
Okay, the rest of you, I think, sounds like you're good on prep. Other than I know Mortis had an idea about how to issue with a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so should I run this by the group first? Probably.
Always.
So I was just gonna go up to the door of the mansion, and then pin my challenge to the door with a dagger.
and it's pretty straightforward.
It is pretty straightforward.
And you're not going in, so you're probably fine.
No. I'm just gonna leave after that.
Yeah, no, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be too bad.
The way you're saying it was, I feel like you're not. It's not what you're gonna do, but I'll trust you.
No, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Okay,
What am I supposed to
Dallas
do?
shit, but Dallas doesn't lie to us.
No, if I was gonna do
I just feel like he might
something
change his-
stupid-
No,
Midway through.
Dallas's fatal flaw is just not telling me anything.
Yeah, he doesn't lie.
Yeah. No,
All right. Okay.
no, I'm doing the telling the part.
Do you want to do that like now at night, or wait until?
Yeah,
the morning?
probably at night.
Okay.
Probably at night.
All right. So long as you acknowledge that you are not stealthy, I will not make you roll anything for that. So, you can just roll up to the. Like I said, Porter's gonna be like awake by candlelight or his spooky lamplight until midnight. So you can jog out. Technically, you have to like pin it to the wall, not the door, because it's got like an iron gate around the courtyard. But
Well, yeah.
you can still pin it where it will be obviously seen. Anything in particular you want to put into this? Like, how is this challenge phrased?
Don't forget to mention the purse.
Me am fight you.
Oh god, no. No, this is definitely gonna be like a wrestling fucking promo, basically.
You're both
Yeah.
from. You guys
So
are-
I hear you're supposed to be the best duelist in this town.
Okay, now I
Yes.
feel like we're doing a Western
Yes.
challenge.
This one thinks he could beat you with both the arms tied behind his head. I challenge you for 1,000 gold pieces, a duel at the Bardic College, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Okay. All right.
at noon. Well, not at noon.
At high noon. No,
I mean, high noon works. It's
it probably should be a high
somewhere.
noon, but
I mean, high noon works. Remember, it's 26-hour days, 13 and 13. Because I am an animal with symmetry. Also, the whole world is constructed anyway, so I get to do dumb things.
It's a world made by design. There's literal divine design here.
Everything ticks according to the divine rules. Anyway, okay. Everybody slept.
I slept.
Wipe your strain. If you got any wounds, get them.
I'm fully healed.
Wait. All right. Okay. So, there's no, when you get up in the morning, there's no new knife notes, and there's no, like, paladin alerts. So everything seems to be continuing on fairly normal. How do you want to tackle this first? We're going to try and, stalk Larkspur first. You're going to make sure to get Tito Gladius first and wait till around noonish. What's up? What are we doing first?
I think Larkspur might be a better hit
Yeah,
because
you
if
should
she, hears
probably do
about, if she
Larks-
hears about the duel, she might be just extra suspicious.
Yeah, I feel like.
I think you should hit Larkspur first because, well, I should probably tell you guys this. I'm planning it basically to take the duel essentially to the end point. At some point, this is going to turn from a duel into a fight, basically.
I mean, we need to incapacitate him.
Incapacitate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so
You probably
that
make sure
makes
he's not-
sense.
But I want to try and beat him in a duel first. So then he's incapacitated and shamed.
Well, you're both from the Northlands, right?
Well, no, he's from North. He's from North.
He's from the Polish League, but
he's from the Polish League, like on the border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he also okay. So between the Polish League and the Highlands, there's this entire area full of undead, evil bullcrap.
Bullcrap.
yes, there's a giant spooky ghostwood.
Ghostwoods.
Yeah. I'm from the Highland side of the Ghostwood. He's from the Polish League side.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, I knew it was something.
There's something, I mean, I admit it's slightly confusing, but it's funnier this way. He was described as being of a Highlander, ethnicity, of Highland descent, but he is from Lace, which is in the Polish League.
Okay.
And yes,
Yeah.
on my maps, like that's on the coast, and if you were to draw a straight line to the Highlands, that would go through the Ghostwoods.
To
That
put it
used
in
to not be a
perspective-
problem when that was called the Northern Dale and the Vanilla
Yeah.
Elves lived there, but now it's fucking haunted. We don't go there
Yeah.
What's haunted?
unless you
The-
want
the-
some high level shenaniganery. So most
not.
people go the long way around.
Woods haunted. Ocean's haunted.
It's all haunted.
Whole place is haunted.
Yeah. It's like haunted and glassed and not a fun time.
If you go, if you leave the current, not your current coast, because you guys are on the inland sea, but if you go off the west coast of the continent, yes, that's like all the haunted zone.
Except there's a way around the Ghostwoods if we wanted to go to the Northlands.
Well,
yeah.
you guys would go up to Argenti, which is on a river, and just boat up, because the river doesn't actually go all the way to the Ghostwoods, but it does go all the way up into the Highlands.
Anyway,
You can also go through the Midlands to the Highlands.
Yeah, you can cut back across. There's a lot.
but yeah,
Highlands
so
pretty big. Anyway,
you prepare for that. We'll try to hunt her down.
okay, are you going to grab Sir Samson for this part?
Probably should, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mortis, are you going with them on the Larkspur expedition?
Probably shouldn't, because if she's with people, that'd be a tip-off. Because I'm a known entity now.
It's true.
Well, with Sir
Alright.
Sanson, I think we should.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about you guys
your
against Larkspur.
Question then for what Mortis is doing. Are we going to want him to be alone, or do we want to kind of split up?
Well, I don't think we're doing the. I'm pretty sure we're doing the duel in a little bit, so hopefully we will not take too long, so we can support more.
All right.
Well,
I
they
just
have to
wanted
be somewhat close in time because if she gets arrested, it might cause him to not be drawn out. But you guys can hustle.
We'll
You
see.
guys do also have phones, so you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just tell
Yeah.
you how it goes on our end.
And one of you has a watch.
Yep, I do have a watch. Very nice watch.
Very nice watch.
Make sure to wind it every day.
Yeet.
It has a comforting ticking sound.
All right, let's
Okay.
go.
All right. All right. You grab Sir Samson. You make sure to say hello to Porter.
We'll exchange greetings. I will be wearing my shades.
All right. So is he. He is also using his best slightly golden tinted chainmail and his white tabard. He, as usual, does not openly carry weapons. But he says, "Not to worry. My arms shall appear when they are needed." All right. So, if you're gonna probably try and catch Larkspur, Samson will suggest, "Let us go check in with my agents on the scene." So, screen transition. In a different dark alleyway nearby the estate, there's a gray-robed masked individual with some sun symbols that are also eyes and suns.
Ugh.
Secret Inquisitor handshakes. Basically like, "Yes, so Samson, we've been watching the place the whole time. Yesterday, nobody really came or went. They all stayed inside. At night, a guy in some big clanky armor stuck a letter to the door. In the morning, when the guards came out, they came and take it. It was kind of weird. Anyway, still those two guys on the front. They got one guy on the back door. Kind of, minding their own business. Seem to be in a little bit more of a bustle today. We can give you a signal when if Larkspur leaves." "Yes, jolly good old chap. And let us wait." And so probably let's say a little bit of this. Okay. Fortune favors you today. After not too much waiting, but not so rapidly that it won't necessarily work with your pre-existing plan, there's like a whoo-hoo or cuckoo. Actually, no, it would dawn. It'd probably be a fake rooster call. Caw-caw, cock-a-doodle-doo. Samson is like, "That's the signal." So you, without me requiring you to roll, you guys can catch eye of Dian Larkspur. She is roughly as you have previously described, thin, a little waifish, average height. What skin she is showing seems pretty pale. Dark hair, violet eyes. Kind of got a little bit of, dark blue makeup. Dressed in kind of a storm cloud gray today. Kind of a hooded traveling cloak up right now. And dark coverings, wearing, high-heeled riding boots to make her seem taller. Clank, clank, clanking along. Probably not making too much of an effort to hide the fact that she has a looks like a long fighting knife kind of sheathed at her back.
Mhm.
Not the kind of thing you would hide anyway. People being armed is not weird.
Yeah.
You probably do see as she kind of fluffs the hood over her eyes that there is a kind of silvery blue sparkle at her fingertips. You remember the rumor you heard that she paints her nails in powdered mithril. And so she sets out accompanied by 4 bozos, 4 mercenary bozos. They kind of do a loose, box formation kind of in 4 corners around her. They don't like clear the street around her or anything, like too forceful. But they are certainly like present. They are actively keeping an eye either on her or threats and kind of accompanying her as she goes about her business. They seem pretty conventionally armed. Nothing too crazy. Just like, light mail, sword, small shield kind of a thing. And so they're just kind of trotting along. So you know that she has left the place. You know roughly kind of the areas she goes. How do you want to handle this? Porter has stepped away for a second, but I'm sure Porter would not necessarily have a crazy strong opinion about how to wiggle this. What are you guys thinking?
Well, the plan was to take her into custody, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I heard the description for Larkspur, and she had 4 bozos. Anything after that?
Nothing really,
Okay.
unless you care about what the bozos are armored with.
Not really.
Nah.
We were just at the point where we were confirming how we were going to attempt this.
Well, the way I interpret it is basically we will directly confront her and ask her to be taken into custody, and if she resists, then we do the thumping. Because as long as we ask politely, if she comes along willingly, and we can delay her for the Sun Knights can delay her for an afternoon, which I'm pretty sure they can. We can take care of it. Or if she resists, well, that makes her look fucking guilty, and then we get the thump on. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that means we'll probably try and get around in front of her and confront her with the knights, and then have like a detail behind them as well.
Yeah. We do not want them. The one thing we do not want them is we do not want, unfortunately, any of them getting away.
Yeah, I would say to Ryahn especially, be ready to dispel in case she tries to go out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I don't think Lucky can dispel, right?
No.
Nope, only Arcane.
No.
Maybe Verse? I don't know. I have to double check. But yeah, so this probably means using kind of Leona's general sketch from yesterday. You guys kind of cut ahead to kind of the rough area of where she might be. You kind of hang around in Witchtown. You've got probably a dozen generic Knights of the Sun with you, plus Sir Samson to kind of, fill out your ranks with muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's already a lot of you anyway. It's just, you got to, like, cover corners and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so after, probably minutes, hours-ish of you guys settling into your spot, you see her coming down the street, got her guards spread out. She's, stopping to, like, check out, plants or whatever, pull some flowers, look at some vegetables. So who's gonna handle the point of contact here?
Porter will. I think Porter and Sanson should take point.
Okay. All right.
Unless anyone disagrees with that. Anyone else want to do it?
That's fine.
No.
Since we are technically like using your religious authority to detain her, so both of your guys's. So
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys kind of step out in front of her, step out behind her. Like how you wanna position this?
Step out in front of her.
All right. Okay. So she kind of comes up short.
Mm-hmm.
All of you guys would, the rest of you notice, all 4 of the mercenaries also kind of all come up short as well. Perfect lockstep.
Mm-hmm.
Dian is kind of like, "Can I help you, sirs?"
Porter will give a bow and be like, and hang on, let me stop something real quick here. Porq comes out of the bushes. Porter will bow and be like, Terribly sorry to stop you, miss. I am Porter, priest of Verna, and at my side here is Sir Samson of the Sun Knights.
Hello.
And so, like, would I be remiss in believing that you are one lady Dian Larkspur?
That is my name, yes.
I see.
Leona, Ryahn, where are you right now?
What's the layout of the area we're in? Like, is it just like an open street?
Shopping
Probably
street.
like-
There's some stalls, some
Yeah.
shops.
Is it too
carts.
bad if I like want to be on a roof?
No, you could be on a roof. All right.
Stealing my gimmick.
Roll average athletics to become roof.
Uh,
Ryahn, how about you?
Ryahn is probably back a bit, but like came out with Porter and Samson, so he's in the
God,
front.
I might fuck this
You're
up.
probably standing
Uh,
flanked by a couple of the knights who are,
Okay, I'm gonna fuck this up.
generically dotted around
Uh,
the area.
Generically.
All right, take one strain, but yes. You, scuffed your knee on something, but you were on a nearby rooftop. Nobody has noticed you yet. All right, so yes, Porter, continue.
Let me make sure I got my hands like. Like, oh yes, very well then. Well, so I'm afraid to say that there has been. Well, actually, how is a nice way to put this? I don't want to just be all like heretic and just clapping my nines.
Yeah.
But
I have a suggestion.
I'm listening.
Hello, I'm a high priest of Verna, and I was routing the city to see if anything was off, just to spread merriment. And I noticed there was a demon nearby the residence you lived in. I was wondering if you're willing to help answer some questions for the safety of the city.
Your house seems to have come down with a bad case of demon.
I like how Axe unnecessarily expounded on some points, and then by the way, there's a demon is very unexpanded.
Yeah.
Might want to tweak that one a little.
Well,
Fair.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't exactly what it.
No,
I guess
it's
it-
just it was a little amusing to me that you
I got
had
a starting
Are,
point.
extra pocket lint.
are you sure you don't just want to go, my dear, it seems like you've come down with a bad case of heretic.
No,
No,
you must
you're
roll
right.
charm,
Okay.
and your game master is looking up what opposes that.
but
just screwed me, so.
I'm terribly sorry, but you've come down with a bad case
Pretty much my suggestion
please go, Aren.
is would be pretty much mention that like there's evidence of demonic activity at the house, and they want her to come with them to answer questions.
Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty good. So Porter will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, was it like? It's recently come to our attention that the villa in which you reside has been showing signs of demonic energy, and before we what's the word I want to? And before we take any actions about that, we want to speak with you about it and see if there's anything if you need help or anything that be done. So would you please come with us and we can answer some questions and see how we may aid you.
All right, Porter, I would like you to roll me a charm check.
What am I
You will
rolling
be
against?
opposing this with red, purple.
I technically have the advantage, I believe. Let's see here. So, because I got red,
And
white,
add a black die to that.
oh, black die. Do I?
What do you approach charm with,
You
actually?
are cool. Cool opposes charm.
Oh,
So that is her cool pool.
Can I get assistance from Sir Sanson? Can I get a blue for that? Since we're standing together, being shiny.
Yeah, let me just double check his stat block. Yeah, he has charm 2, presence 3, if that matters.
Yeah, we'll use my charm in his presence. So that will be that'll upgrade me to 3 yellow and a green.
Yes, it would be we hate to inconvenience you, but it's terribly important, you see, to keep on top of these things.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Wow. What?
Wow.
Wow.
Things happen.
Things
Okay.
happen.
Mostly
This
in
is-
your favor. Mostly
This
in your
is a
favor.
check of all time.
This is one of the checks of all time.
All right, so you are indeed charming as hell, but
But that is too
things go
despair.
crazy.
It's also a
Okay,
triumph,
hold
though,
on.
so, like...
Give me a second to interpolate this one.
This is a moment.
I don't even know if Larkspur is the one that has the spare parts. I don't know.
Okay.
This almost feels like she's about to go with you and gets like possessed by the demon. or
Like
some
my
fucking
my
shit.
immediate interpolation is she just whispers, "Help me," and then all hell breaks loose.
The guards behind her head start spinning around and they just spew green
Start
slime.
trying
Like-
to stab her.
Yeah, like that's like the
No,
only...
I think because I know what's actually going on here. The best way to interpret this is basically there's a moment you reach out to her, you're like, "Do you need any help?" And there's a second in her eye where like you get this genuine moment of like this girl. Yeah, Porter probably think this girl because she's only like she's in her early 20s, which is still
Yeah.
pretty young for humans. Like she looks genuinely concerned in a little bit of a bad way, and in fact, because you got a triumph and a lot of advantage. Hold on. This is good for social checks. Hey, so this is what Dian's motivations are like.
Oh. I see.
And so you get a real good read on her character because she drops everything for a second, and then masks come back up, and she's like, "Oh, yes, that's very interesting. Well, in response to that, I would have to say, smoke bomb." She quick draws a smoke bomb flask from her potion. It is now I
Vanish.
think, concealment 3 at short range. I think is the smoke bomb flask.
Something.
America, can I try to do a
I'm
hang
not
string shot?
kidding you, by the way. She literally does have. I have it in her notes. She has smoke bomb flasks and a potion belt.
I think
Okay,
I could actually ignore that. I think I know what to do now.
Wait
Yeah,
till we
no,
actually get like the initiative done
Right.
before you start.
fair enough.
It is. I know it's for short. I just need to double check like how thick it is.
So are any of you guys leaving your link shells open during this?
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't think you can
Okay.
close it. I think
If
it's
you
just
wanna keep
more.
them on the call. Yeah, you can dial
Yeah.
up. I'm in the wrong document. The GM notes. Where is
Potions and grenades. There we
potions?
are.
Smoke bin flask. +2 concealment until the end of the encounter or somebody uses it. So yeah, basically, Porter and Samson, you guys are completely engulfed in fairly thick dark smoke. And this would probably be an initiative roll, but to describe what's going on, especially because Leona, you're wearing your
Yeah, like smoke comes up, goggles come down.
yeah,
It indicates the concealment essentially.
at least if you were making range. Actually, is
Yeah.
it for perception checks as well?
No, it's just for range. It just
Okay.
gives a bonus to.
But don't you just
Perception.
remove
Okay.
2 black in general?
That's for I moved you back from perception in general. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have knack for it as well. All right. So yeah. So you're unimpeded by this concealment. What happens is, and we can interpolate because Porter has rolled very well on his social check to socialize this woman. She is going to, in basically a dead ass panic, start sprinting away. The guards are confused as hell. They're gonna draw swords and try and fight? ? Porter. This would be structured time, so I do need people to roll initiative, but it is not necessarily a fight.
Oh god, I gotta figure out like, do I just try to hamstring her or is like bolas? I'll figure it out later.
Well, you got to roll first.
Yeah.
I will.
I
do have rep
Okay.
reaction 1 now. What is that? Strain?
Yeah, you suffer 1 strain to add 1 success to your initiative check.
I will be doing that.
Oh, by the way, Porter, if hypothetically you wanted to use cool for this, you just so happen to be standing within engaged range of Sir Samson, so you get 2 boosts on that
I think I will be using cool
because of his sunny disposition.
because I was kind of expecting a fight.
Not like this.
Not like this,
Expecting-
no, but I was expecting
Listen,
something.
double despair. It has to be
something.
spicy.
You reach out to her, but she's in too deep.
Well, I'm gonna have to save
Well, she's.
this,
I mean, I can basically say right there. I imagine that what happened was you get a good grip on her motivations, right? With double despair, though, her fear is isolation. Her flaw is attachment. She's like, no, I must flee.
I can't lose him.
But no, that is an actual ability that Sir Samson has. Allies at short range add boost to cool and discipline checks. Allies that engage add double instead.
What's
guess I'd be
cool based
rolling
off
cool.
of willpower? Or is it presence?
Cool is
Presence.
presence.
Presence, okay. I know I was doing something dumb here. I was like, wait a minute.
Are we in short or am I in medium?
You're on a rooftop. You're probably at medium.
All right, then I probably expected this, but not like this. I'm not sure what to.
Roll
Son of
cool.
a bitch.
All right.
You guys went in this knowing this might be a fight.
Yep.
All right, I'll roll cool for.
Yeah, I actually rolled
a-
Portis.
Can I also roll vigilance here?
No,
You're not
you
nearby.
Are not, you are not nearby. You are on
Okay,
the opposite
so
end of town.
how do I commit an action though?
You don't.
You're gonna be busy
Okay.
with all duel on your own mostly.
What
Sure.
are you thinking you're doing?
Flying, I guess.
Well, if things get too bad, I was going to teleport over there.
That probably
At some
sounds like
point.
at an appropriate moment. If you want to get in on this, you
Yeah.
should probably spend a story point to be like, I would like
Yeah.
to try and teleport there.
That makes sense. I was just like, if it looks like she's about to get away, basically.
Story point. Dynamic entry.
Yeah,
Well,
essentially.
if he
Crashes down from the
actually had the
sky.
dynamic entry talent, that would be how it worked. Probably he will need you guys to make sure to mention if she's about to get away or something as well, because he
Yeah,
can't
I would
see.
lo-
So there needs to be some logic there. But you guys
Yeah,
can.
I
be
would
in
let
lead
Ryahn know.
communication.
So hopefully Ryahn doesn't get knocked out.
Well, also all of you know that he can teleport. It's just like I said, he needs to without the explicit talent that lets you just say you get to be there whenever. You have to,
Yes.
Yeah.
have
I
a
do not have
logical
that ability.
call. Cool is okay. So Sir Samson just rolls 3 yellows. He's not his own ally, but he does get a boost on cool checks from his shiny snunnies.
You wearing is he wearing the sunglasses?
Yeah. Maybe.
He rolls a fuck ton of advantage. Cool, great, I love it.
Aw. That would have been amazing if. Damn.
The man has 3 cool, 3 presents, and he rolls oops all vantage. It's just that kind of night.
It's that day.
We've had there has been no middle. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, this has been a very dice day.
Dice do be like that. Okay.
Dice day. A red
That
day.
is
So
that is a result, Omega.
Honestly, I think this is the first time I've ever seen 2 despair.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
rolls bigger.
Also, with a triumph on the same roll.
Well, that's why they don't cancel.
God, if you didn't have a triumph, that would have been
It
bad.
would have been bad.
It's sort of like a outright success is the problem. So it's like, damn.
I know, but no triumph and 2 despair. Something awful has to happen, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we get through all of her bag of tricks, because there's a lot of things I could have done there. I was thinking the smoke bomb would probably be how she responds to being confronted in the street, but I didn't know for sure. But with that result, definitely, I like the moment of like clarity and then panic and just yeet. Okay, so the guards, I'll say it's just one minion group of 4. They're gonna roll just 2 greens. Christ. They don't actually. No, they do beat 1 PC. That technically. And then Larkspur rolls really good for this as well. She's basically gonna roll the thing that Porter just rolled to defeat her. Is there anything I add to that? Specifically, if it's initiative. No, that's the wrong one. Looking at Tito's stat block. That's not how that works. Doot. Okay, nope. She just rolls this. Yo,
Fuck.
there it is.
Alright, then I guess.
That does go before everybody. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's. All right, it's a pretty fair split. So it is an NPC slot first. Let's see. Out of your many moves,
I
Miss,
just
what
remember
have you
to start
got
doing that.
best? No, that'd probably be too complicated at this stage. It is also broad daylight. I was thinking about a stealth check, but no, that's probably too problematic. Okay. She'll start by attempting to cast a spell on herself. She's gonna roll. Do you get any bonus for this?
Clicking a thing, but I'm not saying it.
Yes. Okay. Nope.
It is really that day, huh?
It's that day
well,
today.
That's okay. That's enough advantage. So she fails to cast her duplicity spell on herself, but she does get enough advantage to activate
flicker
her
step?
shadow step. So she will. You see her like with a. Oh, actually, shit. Let me read something real quick. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's gone.
So, well, that part too, but also, basically what happens is she comes bursting out of the smoke. She holds up her right hand. She's got a ring on it. She's gonna like whip some gestures together and actually no. Okay, that doesn't proc. That's right. Sorry. Something would have happened if she successfully cast that spell, but no, she did not technically cast the spell. So she like touches it to her chest. There's like a little bit of a spark of something, but it doesn't get because she's trying to, run in there. And so what she does instead is she just ducks towards the pile of shadow that is under like a stand on the street, and she just steps into the shadow and and she's going to reappear in a shadow somewhere else. You guys would have to make perception checks to
250
figure out.
feet in a direction. If it's what I think it is.
Long range, so not quite like that. But yeah, she slurps out of there. And once she's there, she will take a maneuver to move some more, but you guys don't see her immediately.
Flicker step is fun.
I'll take the first step to, I guess, try to identify where the fuck she went.
All right. Make a... She is not stealth, so this will not be opposed. Make me a hard perception check, then.
All right. Now I just make sure my pulls are because I changed dice.
Because she can't... That was after an action, so she can't also make a skill check to stealth after that, at least, so... Okay. Take a strain because it's worrisome. Yes. It's similar to Flicker Step, but it's not. It's called Shadow Step. She gets to do it on Arcana, melee, or stealth checks. But yeah, she literally popped from where she was to somewhere within long range. So she is now way down the street towards there, probably still on street level. So that would be at long range of you. So that's where the stress comes from. With your triumph, you could notice something or maybe set yourself up or an ally or something if you want.
Oh.
I'm going to get... You guys have an idea? Because I might just start legging it after this.
Okay.
But,
if you want to create an ongoing narrative advantage, that is possible.
I think that might be for the better of just being like, people are being like, what the hell?
We'll say that there's a scaffolding next to you. A dramatic scaffolding. You can push the drama button.
Push the drama button.
All right, drama, let's go. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, no. You just probably spring up, look for her, and just kick over this scaffold next to you. It clack 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 into a perfect ramp, so you can ramp down to street level without needing to roll anything. And also conveniently, lets everybody know that you are looking in a direction, so they know the general idea of where she went. Because, like I said, she's not stealthed yet. So
yeah, so I guess I'll double move.
okay.
Take the strain for that.
So yes, that means with 2 maneuvers you can reduce her from long range of you to medium range. So yeah, Leona goes sprinting down the street after her.
I don't think the parkour talent would work as me doing movement.
That only lets you
move within short range.
Yeah, it lets you move to a location within short range. That would not necessarily help you just make up distance.
All right, then I'll just...
It is another PC slot.
I would like to go.
Okay.
Porter will be casting Land Strider on himself.
Roll them. I hope you have better luck with your special buffs.
Let's hope so.
Fucking, I really wish I would have popped duplicity.
Let me double check. Is it?
I also, it's funny. The smoke bomb is probably the least mean thing she can do to you.
I assumed it was on that scale of it.
If she's like a cast wither or something.
Well, she is an arcane caster, so she has access to all the same spells that those guys normally do.
Damn.
Porter is much better at this than I am.
A normal roll.
Oh yes, it is a normal roll.
True.
No, it's not entirely true. We're also all doing everything.
Well,
Okay,
let me
anyway.
see here. I don't think I can do. Yeah, no. So I will heal the 1 strain I took earlier.
Yep.
Then take the 2 from that. I can't really do anything else with the advantage, but I have buffed myself. I will now have 2 free maneuvers. 2 free maneuvers. So I also will take off in Larkspur's general direction.
All right, you go from being at long of her to at medium.
Yes. That is my
You know, clack your sandals together and whoom, off after. People are mildly surprised at the smoke bomb in the street. And that's still, because you get to take them for free, but they're still limited to maneuvers, and that was your action, so that's it for you. NPCs. Yeah, the mercenaries are still, like, very confused. They just see you guys running around.
My immediate.
They're just going to take their action to, they'll take 1 maneuver, I should say, to draw weapons, and their second maneuver to take the guarded stance. So they kind of all cluster up in a ball, kind of generally between Samson and some of the other knights and Ryahn and the direction Larkspur went, but they're still not sure what is happening here.
Yeah, no one actually started a fight yet, so.
They get the impression from the fact that their boss seems to have fled you guys that they should be doing something, but they are not being ordered to do anything, so they're just kind of minding their own beeswax. So we have another PC slot, and remember that Sir Samson is counted in there, so let me know when you want him to do the stuff.
I'll let him go before Ryahn, because
Okay.
We let Samson try to talk down the group, I guess.
who knows? I mean,
I think he's just going to have to do some stuff. He will hold up his hand to the sky and cry, "Sunlight!"
I'm slightly concerned.
And it's your divine roll, my friend. Oh, yep, okay. And now just boost to this.
Wow.
Nope. Can't cast for shit.
No one
he
can do
attempts-
anything for shit tonight.
He attempts to call forth his arms of sunlight, and it doesn't work. He kind of coughs and says, "Well, it's probably because there's smoke in my way. There's not any sunlight." And he will spend his maneuver to engage with those guards and just stand up next to them and be like, "Gentlemen, it would be best if you stayed put." Excuse me, sorry. It's very smoky in here.
What did she put into the smoke?
A lot
I
of
would
Alright,
assume
now-
just smoke.
Now it is Ryahn.
She was at long range. I will communicate with Mortis over the link pearl, letting know that she's fleeing, and she can apparently teleport.
It's not that weird.
Is she still within range?
She was really far down the street. Leona and Porter are going after her. This meant I'm going to. Would it just be utility, or would it be like alteration to clear the smoke bomb?
No, you can probably do it utility to do gust of wind. That's like a cantrip.
Okay.
Storm cloud. Just practicing.
Yeah, no, easily. Just whoosh.
Only one success.
Raises the staff, and it just kind of like disperses.
The street is clear.
Yay.
No, thank you.
All right, and then I'm done.
Okay. Top
Larkspur.
NPCs. Yes, it probably is Larkspur. Let's see. She's gonna see that you guys are pursuing. What is her range on some of these spells?
I mean, if she has teleportation, the actual spell, we're done. There's no point.
No,
Or
she does not.
one.
She did not have an action to teleport.
Yeah.
That was an addendum she did.
No, because I mean, the teleportation spell's range is in anywhere on the planet, within like hundreds of miles.
Okay, no. So she could hit one of you with that, but not the others. So we won't do that. Instead, she will attempt to cast another spell on herself. This one will be easier, and I'm gonna fucking hope this shit sticks. What's your... Yeah, no, it should be 4 and 4. 4 yellows, so you know that she's got 4 in her casting stat. It seems like she's casting Arcana.
Smart.
I would guess.
This does get 2 purples, and this does get a blue to it for implements.
There
Okay.
it is.
There it is. All right. She successfully cast Shadow Shield. So, basically, Porter and Leona, because you're the closest, what this looks like is she once again whips out her hand up. She's got her ring on it. It kind of flares with a dark light, but luckily you guys are at medium range and don't have to make a fear check.
Yay.
And she kind of once again touches her hand to her chest, but instead of like whatever weird thing she was doing before, this seems to make her shadow on the ground seem much more sharp and solid, and almost makes it look like she's got like a sharper outline around her.
Okay.
Basically, just now she's drawn with thick lines.
Thick.
Does she want to use? Does she want to use the Triumph to Bamf again?
I'm debating it because she could shadow step again because it is an Arcana check.
Ah,
but
fuck. Okay. Actually, no, I think I can do
Try-
it.
Triumph for 3 advantages.
yeah, I think that is the most logical thing. Don't worry, Dallas didn't dub you out. I was already thinking this way.
No, it's just that.
But she barriers herself, and then she's just going to turn a corner, step into a shadow, and reset to being at long range of you.
That's in my range. I can still do that, actually.
And she's gonna
If you
heal
can
the 2
find her.
strain from the previous spell she failed to cast, so she's only at 2. But she did cast a barrier on herself, and so she will spend her maneuver on the other end of that to keep concentrating. All right, PC.
One thing. Did I lose track of where she was?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
She's teleporting.
Uh,
You can still attempt to make it because you guys are really cool adventure people, but it's going to eat into your action economy a little.
Because the goal was, I can try an immobilization shot because it probably won't hurt her anymore. To just
Pass.
immobilize it. Okay.
Just do what you want to do, my dude.
The question was, could I even actually attempt it?
Use your perception to find her. Or
I don't have an
whatever.
action to do it.
Well, if you don't find her, you can't. What else are you going to do, buddy?
Yeah.
Ah, fair. All right, let's try again. Any different than last time?
Like I said, she also, because of action economy, is not able to take actions to stealth check. So, all right, well, take another strain. This is very anxious inducing, but yes, you kind of like look down some alleys and you see, like she cut across a street and kind of, steps out of the shadow in a different alley. Trying to catch her breath. All right, what do you do now? She resets herself to long range, basically.
I guess I should keep doing this. I was gonna keep going. Yes.
All right. You
Strain
shrink down
again.
to medium. All right, that's it for you.
I'll take the 2.
Easy.
All right, this is going to be a little difficult, but I think I will take the next. I will be taking my 2 maneuvers, both free, to get back within medium, because I'm assuming that Axe will point her out again.
Yes.
I'm hoping.
And if nothing else, you can see where Leona goes because she is also now being stealthy.
Very well then. So get within maneuver, and I... Well, let me... Actually, hang on. Let me double check something.
2 maneuvers takes you from long to medium.
Yep. I will not be able to maintain Land Strider, but I will get my action. But I need to double check something because... Where did it go?
I maybe kind of sort of built this NPC with chases and also possibly fighting her in a dark room in mind. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what does immobilize actually actually do for a whole person?
prevents the target from taking maneuvers.
Maneuvers. Okay.
That would not technically stop her teleportation ability, but her shadow step, but does prevent her from taking other maneuvers, including concentrating.
Yeah, the same thing as Snare does.
Yes, and snare allows you to immobilize,
Yes. But
much
I
like
don't.
concussive allows you to stagger.
Yes, but the other way I have to do is to use it on an attack spell, and I don't want to. I'm not in the mood of hurting this girl yet. There's something going on here, and Porter Hearts bleeds.
Oh, yeah, like I said, you got a good look at her motivation track there.
Like, this woman is not motivated by greed or avarice.
It's concern and attachment.
So
Yeah, her flaw is she's too attached. She's afraid of being alone. Her strength is that she's got big brain, and her desire is to be the very best, like no one ever was. It all tracks.
So, I will be casting a hold person.
Okay.
Oh, actually, shit. I gotta double check something. Does compose start at short or engaged? Fuck.
I believe it's engaged.
Yeah.
It's engaged.
All right, then this is gonna be a little bit harder.
Ouch.
So this is going to be.
I mean, you still close it to medium.
Yeah, close to medium. So that's gonna be. I get 1 for free thanks to RP. 1 plus 1.
Dallas, how many fucking cans do you need?
All of them.
Just 2.
Will anyone be remiss if I use a story point here?
Oh, go ahead.
Always a
Go
good
ahead.
time.
No.
Because at least if I can stop her actions, we might be able to. I mean, maneuvers. We might be able to slow her down a little bit.
Scroll too far.
Well, actually, if we stop her maneuvers, yeah. But roll. So yeah,
Compel.
yeah. Wait, will this be opposed by her discipline then?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Which might not mean much because she's an arcane caster.
she probably has discipline.
Fun fact, no, she doesn't.
Oh well.
Yeah.
She does have a willpower of 3, and this seems like a good time to flex the adversary rule. She got adversary 2. You're targeting her with a spell, so she gets a couple of. It's still 2 reds,
2 reds.
but she's not crazy good. And honestly, actually, if we're gonna employ the adversary rule, I might rewrite that thing about compel anyway.
Yeah,
Make it like-
Maybe only certain actions will be opposed.
because like that's the thing. It's like I have the modifiers for like what supersedes the modifiers or the discipline. Do I take the discipline and then I add modifiers to it for the range and hold person?
It gets a little weird with checks that are supposed to be opposed, yeah.
Yeah.
But no. You should start at the 3, the like hard setting, and then add to that. But we can. Let's see. It's supposed to be average anyway. mean, we can fucking just on the fly this and try and playtest that. So we'll say it starts at average, and you are engaged.
All right, so average and averaged. Oh, okay, I got it. So I'll go average, and I'll add the 2 for the modifiers, and I'll upgrade it twice because of the adversary.
Yes, that still works.
Okay, we'll do that.
So there's just 2 reds.
Yeah, it's 2 reds, 2 purples. Because
He's got to add some range.
Yep.
Be far off.
Yes.
You got to move it to short, and you got to move it to medium, and then you got to actually add hold person. Luckily, it's only +1.
Yeah. So here comes the check. Oh.
Ooh.
8 checks from all time.
You're the only person that can roll tonight.
Well, I still took 2 strain for that shit. I mean, 2 threat for that shit.
Hey, I cast that barrier correctly.
I'm still not failing. I'm still failing half the time, but it's like I'm barely making it.
No, you succeeded on your perception checks. You're just really anxious about it.
I do not.
Alternate rules, magic rules.
Can I do anything with fucking triumphs? No, I can't.
Oh, 2 of these are really good. What position are we at? We're just before the second NPC slot, which will be the mercenaries, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use the 2 threat. The spell doesn't take effect until the start of the next round. So you succeeded in casting it, but it won't actually lock in until the start of the next round, just before she takes her turn. So hypothetically, should anything else happen with her, which I don't think it will, she still has maneuvers.
Thanks the triumphs for that.
Triumph, you can, figure out some stuff. If you want to declare some narrative things, whatever. You want to just upgrade somebody. Upgrade yourself. All kinds of steez.
Make something random explode.
No. That's a different town. Portarius.
Sorry, I had turned off my mic for a second.
Okay.
But no, I will upgrade myself.
Okay. All right. You're galvanized. It's working. You just need a little bit more time. Stick it together. Got it.
Stay on target.
All right. And I
A
believe that
6
is
minute-
all of
it's
your
a
turn.
6 second
You're gonna
casting
let you're gonna let it drop.
Yes, I cannot maintain it.
So yeah, Land Strider just kind of slips away as you kind of switch focus onto to working on this. All right. Mercs go. Do I want to be? No, we're not gonna be mean. They're not gonna bully Ryahn because he blew away the smoke bomb.
Well, to be
Hasn't
fair,
done anything violent yet.
Samson is also still there.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna disengage. They're gonna disengage from him and move from short to medium. They're gonna start retreating back up the street, and they're just gonna say, "Back to the house, boys."
And I'm gonna be real. If they attacked Ryahn, I would have teleported there.
All right, so they clank back. Remaining 2 PC slots. Once again, Sir Samson is there and Ryahn is there.
You probably don't want them to get back to let know that someone's being arrested.
It's true, and they do announce that they're going back to the house.
All right.
Sleep.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm going to do. We can't have you going back to the house. If you aren't going to surrender, then sleep.
Okay. They are currently at medium from you because they retreated all the way down the street. Then perish.
Can't believe my. Is it? Knockout jolt. Okay, so I will move from short to medium to short to keep up with them.
Yep.
Forecasting the spell.
What the heck is that sidebar called? Learning magic.
right, that kind of hurt.
Wow, everyone's rolling like me today.
It is a mood.
Sorry, I was just rewriting the way Compel is written.
So that would be suffering 5 strain.
It could be. Yeah, okay. 5 total strain. They don't get your soak, right? One of them passes out.
Yeah.
The leader said, let's get back to the house, and you're like, sleep, and you just static zap him, and he just kind of bleh, clunk.
Yep.
You're like,
Fdunk.
boy, he knocked out Timothus. What did the boss
Dude.
say about guys knocking us out?
Do you wish to surrender now?
Well, unfortunately, you don't have an action left to make a...
Yeah, I can't make it. That's just what I say. What did you want to do with
Actually,
the two?
no, I know. I will also make it so you don't affect them until the start of the next round. You don't make that guy pass out yet.
Okay.
This is much funnier. Thank you, Threats. You're charging up. Yeah, and you use your maneuver to close. So, do you want to take a second maneuver, or are you good here?
I'm good.
That leaves Sir Samson. He will once again please. This is an average check dice. This is supposed to be a cool thing he does. Don't fight me on this.
I know your dice are only going to Larkspur.
Not even.
No, yeah, she hasn't been doing great. It's just
She
been rolling
is,
advantage.
you know, at 50-50 for casting spells on herself. The first one of which was only hard. And she gets boosts on this shit. But
Boosted
we're
shit.
gonna do
What the fuck?
solar arms.
This is just what Mortis is currently doing.
He's just practicing.
Being smoke.
You
It
know,
is
when you
kind
cast,
of his
like,
aesthetic.
when you cast blur on yourself, you know.
That
Yeah,
is
that is kind of his aesthetic, essentially.
Blurry boy. Okay. Yeah, no extra adds to this. Just fucking roll dice and pray to the fucking gods. Okay, there we go. All
The
right.
gods answered.
Solar arm successful. He raises up his hand and shouts, "Let me try that again. Sunlight!" The sun coalesces down upon him like a beam, and into his hand appears a glittering longsword. On his arm appears a glittering shield.
This some
And
conjure
he doesn't
shit?
need to concentrate on this. And Sally, I didn't roll any advantage, so you can't give anybody, any friends, extra solar arms. All right, but that was his action, and now he's going to just re-engage with those guys. I suggest you give up now, friends.
The sun!
There is no point in resisting. For if you resist, I shall have to thrash you.
Verily.
Okay, that's the end
I
of the
just say
round, top of the
verily.
round.
I don't
That
know,
guy
it just felt
passes
like
out,
I had to.
and
Drunk.
Dian gets immobilized. She has hold personed on herself. It is now her turn. It's a discipline check to break hold person, right?
Yes.
As we have established, she's not good at those.
I mean, she could try and dispel it.
She could. That would also eat
that's
her
her
action.
action,
That would
though.
be the same difficulty, but would be a skill check that she's good at. I also have to
And
double
also,
check.
if she rolled enough advantage on it, she could teleport.
Please do
I
not
think
give
it's
me
her
ideas
turn.
to make her get away. We're already having a striped lightning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I have to check how dispel is worded.
That's true.
One target within short range under effects of a spell. Ooh, yeah. So if she dispels herself, she also dispels her own barrier.
Oh Jesus!
It gets everything.
If the check
Mhm.
is successful, the effects, and then based on target is under the effects of a spell. If your success, the effects end.
Oof.
I think you can. One of the additionals is.
No, it's dispel is very simple. It's additional target or range only. So, let's see.
Didn't
She
you add
can't
some?
maneuver.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like classic dispel magic, huh?
Oh no, Omega. Hold on, wait.
No,
Never
I'm looking
mind.
at the spell description. Yeah, it says target a character within short range that's under effects of a spell, then make an Arcana skill check. The difficulty is hard. If the check is successful, the effects the target is under end immediately. If the spell affects multiple targets, all the other targets remain unaffected, not the other spells remain unaffected.
Yeah.
So you are at medium.
I am at medium.
Okay.
No. He said medium.
No, you're not engaged, so you can't do that. We could do that one, but that's hostile, so that's not really what we want to do. Because you're still too far away for that spell.
I'm not hostile. I am merely concerned.
Well, that's why you're not eating a Shadow Bolt right now. Because that's spec'd for medium range.
It's like, I do not want
You hit her with the debuff, she'll return the favor. She's just gonna turn to you. She's gonna do the classic anime-ass thing of like covering up one of her eyes, and then with the ring hand, she's gonna open up the other eye, and her eye is gonna
evil
glow.
eyes.
And she's going to attempt to cast Mage's Glare on you.
Uh-oh.
This is a hard Arcana curse. And you do not have any of your maneuvers, so you can't counterspell right now. So we're just gonna roll him. Yeah, she doesn't get the bonus to curse. There it is.
It is a very Dallas day today.
Okay, you are successfully cursed. You reduce your ability with all checks by 1 for the duration of the spell. And after you make a check, it's got doom, so she can change your dice.
Righto.
And that's all that is, but that's 3 threats.
Do you think that's the one that lets you be able to be detected by all the spellcasters?
That is the 3 threat, yes, if Lucky wants to go for that one, but that's not very practical right now.
No, it's not very practical. Mostly, honestly, I'd rather her be hit in the strain or do something that like makes her stop moving for a minute.
Yeah, strain would, especially because she's a spellcaster. Strain is probably the best idea.
Which she is down to, because that was threat. Yeah, it's going to be 4. 4 total so far. Because she healed the first failed spell.
Yeah, no, I'll just go with straight threat. This is probably very taxing for a variety of reasons.
Okay. She will actually choose to suffer all 3 of those as wounds.
Oof.
Yeah, thought so.
As like blood starts to trickle down like the corners of her eye as she casts it. But yeah, Porter, you feel very evil eye.
I didn't know you could choose that.
Yeah.
On
strain or
magic skill
wounds.
checks, yes.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
The threat is 2 strain or 1 wound, controlling player's choice.
Yes.
So she chooses to take them as 3 wounds instead of as
6 strain.
6 strain.
Yeah, honestly, I often do the same thing.
All right.
But yeah, that is her action. She will let the concentration on her barrier drop, and she can't do anything else. So, well, actually,
Why the fuck do I look like
no.
an orc as a
Okay,
person?
she has access to incidentals. As an incidental, she will use quick draw to draw one of her obsidian throwing daggers. She just flicks out a hand, and there's a dagger in it, and that's all she got.
All right. I would
You wanna
like
go?
to. Yes, I would like to go.
Nice.
I will spend a maneuver to get into short.
Yeah.
And
You're at medium, so it's 1 to go to short.
Yep. Hang on, I'm thinking. Oh, I am gonna have to. I will spend 2 strain to maintain hold.
Yep.
And for an action, I would. Well, let me run this by. I would like to attempt a charm check again to get her to calm down and let me help her. Is that you think that is
Okay.
viable?
Yeah, we've managed to make this pretty non-hostile. Let me double check what it says. about
As Leona
the
shoots her with an arrow.
I swear to God.
I haven't yet.
if you
Not
shoot
yet.
her-
I'm not.
Skill checks and social encounters.
I swear if you shoot her when I am trying to.
No, my goal was I was
Very-
probably to try to fucking tackle her.
This will
I will-
be your character's making a post skill check. Some of your character may try to make this group.
I will bury
I'm
you
sorry
into your
that.
neck. Leave you there.
You're-
Reading social
I know what you're
encounters.
doing. I can hear what you're saying, so no.
Obviously, characters want to accomplish a goal, but how will you do that? Okay, so yeah, so I think the way this works is you're just going to attempt to make a charm check, and this will be opposed by her cool, so it'll be the same, 2 reds, 1 purple, 1 black you had before. But if you succeed, this will basically go to her strain threshold.
Okay.
And basically, in social terms, compromise is if you can, before the encounter ends in some way, you can get her strain threshold over half, and capitulation is if you can get it all the way.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's gonna faint if you were to hypothetically strain her out this way. It would be that she capitulates.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
They
sense.
And I
explicitly
feel like
note.
it's
By the way, I want to read this paragraph out loud. If your target is a rival or minion group, your strain targets their wound threshold since they don't have a strain threshold. However, if you incapacitate them, your GM should still have the target capitulate, not mysteriously drop dead! Exclamation point.
I mean, that's fair. You have to say that. at
Yeah.
least.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's through coercion. I think you can make an argument that this have a heart attack.
Or they
Yes.
pass out at least.
But no, yeah. So that will be how we'll handle this. You can
Okay.
attempt to turn this into a social challenge.
I will attempt then. So Porter will call out, "Wait! I know you're afraid, but believe me, we can help you. We are strong."
I have really good godly powers.
I mean, it's actually a supporting factor here.
No, I'm being honest.
Listen, Porter's
am
running
priest.
and like man, he's not good at words right now.
I am Priest Biggest Dickers.
I am very shiny.
I have very shiny and fat.
My God, that reminds me back.
Oh, actually, hold on a second. Before you finish this roll, I gotta remind myself about something.
Oh.
Motivations. Because all of her motivations.
I
Using
should get pushed on it.
motivations. Engaging the target's motivation.
I w-
So, yeah.
I'm definitely targeting her fear and
In that case, take 2 boost dice.
yes, because
Yeah.
I'm appealing to the
By the way, yes, that is the rule. If you know a target's what is it? Their strength or flaw and work that into things, that is a 1 boost die. If you use their fear or desire, that's 2 boost dice.
yes.
Damn.
Porter,
What?
just as a suggestion for future social checks, a good angle might also be that we can help her father figure.
Well,
Save
that's
him,
what
I
I,
guess.
well, I think that's what we're kind of implying without screaming that her father figure is a demon in the middle of the streets.
Well,
Is it really-
we don't know that he's a demon. We just know that he might have summoned a demon.
But let me check once again. Is anyone opposed for me to continue down the story point lane?
I just
well.
need you to keep 1 just in case.
Does anyone else have a problem with it?
Nope.
Okay, then I
No.
will continue this. Excuse me.
I don't think I'm getting to my fight today. I'm gonna be real.
All right.
We are at 2.5 hours, so I don't know.
Let me see here. So
And we're definitely not getting to the demon raid today.
oh Jesus, that's right. I upgraded myself too. Fuck. So that's 4 yellow.
Praying for some triumphs, for some critical remarks.
And then was it Papa? I forgot.
No, Rurapa.
Yeah,
Rubpa.
Rurapa.
Then
Wanaba.
Sa, and then Bubba.
Oh, yeah, 1 sa. Because
Yeah,
she's got
1
an
sa.
item that gives her an extra on cool. And technically on discipline checks, but
It's
still not enough to make her actually do it.
Baba sa Rurapa.
Oh,
Excellent.
hey, that is
Pretty
actually,
good.
if you wanted to activate critical remarks, that is enough. That's just free 5 strain on the target.
I will do that.
Okay, so that'll be
8.
Yeah. All right. So 8 plus 4 is 12.
All right, I have to do that
Yep, that
stupid
is actually
fucking
half.
lighthouse quest.
So you got her in 1 swift move, 1 swift appeal. You got her to the capitulate zone or the compromise zone. And she's like this kind of a deep breaths, and she's like, all right, but I require guarantees in this business.
Sounds like the city of friendship.
You release your malediction upon me, and I'll release mine.
Porter won't even like mind it. He'll just uncast fucking hold person.
Yeah, you can let it go. Okay.
Yeah, just
So she kind of like from where your magic was like, hold, and she felt compelled to stay still, kind of drop, and she's like, and she will just close that one, her left eye that she glared at you with, and like rub the blood out of it. Smears the shit out of her makeup, mascara everywhere. But you no longer feel doomed. So we're gonna drop her from the initiative. Those last 3 guys are still confused and slightly agitated because one of them got knocked out. So I think structured time will continue.
Should I go to deal with them then?
yeah.
Or should I
No,
stay
Porter
here?
got this.
Okay. All right.
So that was
I guess
Porter's go.
I'll take next
Her
thought
go.
then. All right.
Porter
How far away am I
has
from those guys?
Go ahead.
yeah. Porter has a Larkspur with Dallas as a foobar.
True, he could call. Okay. Leona, yes. What were you saying?
How far away are the guards, or I guess the mercs from
They
me?
scooch back 1. They're probably because you like double longed. They're probably back to like long range.
I'm gonna move to medium.
Okay. And that takes 2.
Actually, then
Oh, excuse me.
no, I'll take the shot. Yeah, I'll go to medium, so I'll take the 2 for that. I gotta hit a breather after this because I'm already half from that. But
You need to take a big breathy after this.
drink some coffee or some shit.
Porter also hasn't made his stimulants because he's been crafting all day.
I'll just go buy one, I guess.
Anyway, what are you doing?
I am going to use my. I'm gonna draw my longbow, and I'm gonna hope wind shear works.
Okay.
What
All right,
was
you're
it?
I'm
doing
just
wind
gonna.
shear.
I'm just gonna try to stun bomb them with my arrows.
Hella.
Okay. Let me
It's
double
medium, so it's.
check.
I technically could have done long, but I didn't want to.
It is medium. It drops it down to average. Wrong section. They have 1 range defense because they've got their shields out.
Okay. That's it.
Yep.
All right.
Average is 1 black. Yes, these guys are probably toast. They are indeed mostly supposed to be a distraction.
Yeah, no game bonuses on this, so it's just.
I never assumed giving the boss a single group of ads would like actually stop you guys. It just splits your focus. Okay,
Damn.
well that's gonna be blast.
All right, that's.
So what's your base damage?
Base is
Base.
10, so that'd be blast 5.
Okay.
I'm also gonna,
So
I guess,
let's-
trigger disorient with that.
Well, let's see if they still exist. So they've got 3 soak. What's your total damage with 2 successes?
That will be 12 pierce 2.
Okay, so they have 1 soak, so that's 11. That's 2 of them right away. And if you trigger blast, that's 5.
I can do blast, or I can just crit with that, but I should probably just blast, honestly, for
It's
like
blast
stun
plus
bomb.
success, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So it'd
that'll
be
be
7?
enough. Because your pierce is added as well. So yeah.
10
So
pierce
yeah,
2,
you just one of your wind shear arrows just flicks out, slams between them. They just have a moment to go, eh? And then, just like in God of War Ragnarok, where I very obviously stole these from, there's just a big greenish burst of like sound and wind and just kind of, and they just kind of get blasted into a pile. And that's it. Okay. Roll the heal strain.
I will roll the heal strain.
Because the encounter is over.
I have the image in the distance, like from, I guess, on like, I guess, some scaffolding. Just give me a thumbs up.
The Knights of the Sun will start calming people in the street, be like, no, don't worry, folks, move along, nothing to see here. Take those guys into custody.
Damn.
Porter is going to take Dan's hand and he's going to cast a heal. Because she is bleeding.
Okay. It's true.
I'm trying to use all that
Wizard
advantage or
man.
something. I can't use it.
Yes.
She's gonna, put away her knife and just kind of lean against the back wall of the alley and just kind of. Let's roll for her. You can roll cool to recover, right? Yeah.
Yes, cool or discipline.
Yug grub.
Should probably just start pumping my cool up at this point.
It's a good skill.
What is the base? What is my heal?
Ah, yes. All of 1 strain is healed. Thank you, Dice.
If only there's a use for that outlet advantage.
She's at 11 out of 23. Cool. Great.
Actually,
I'll be casting my cleansing hands. See if I can get some
At
fucking...
this point, Porter, you can notice. First of all, yes, fingernails, very shiny. In general, watching her move when she could move was pretty interesting because, like I said, she is incredibly dexterous and light on her feet, even though she is wearing like riding boots. But you do notice now her hood's kind of fallen back. She's got her dark hair drawn back and is pinned with a little obsidian pin in the shape of a dolphin.
Cute. Let me double check something. Yes,
I mean,
uncancellable.
she's only got 3 wounds, so that should just be straight up enough.
But she still has a fuck ton of strain, right?
True, yes.
I will... Once again, because I feel like we're winding down, probably winding down here. Story L.
We're at what, 240? Yeah, I don't know if Dallas has to go in like 15 minutes-ish. I probably cannot do a 1v1 fight in that time.
I'm sorry, Dallas.
I mean, it's not a hard out in 15, but just judging by how long the last one took, I don't think we can get it done in
spoilers.
like 30.
Much like how this lady's check was designed to handle a flight, I put forward the idea that Tito X Gladius might actually be able to duel you, so he is set up for you to not curb stomp him.
No, I understand. It's just, yeah. Like,
That means that next session we will definitely deal with both him and the demon, though.
yeah.
Dian Larkspur will heal fucking 11 wounds and I'll put that triumph in another fucking thing and 9 strain.
Okay, that's pretty good. She
Yes.
had 3 wounds, so those are all gone, but she had 11 strains, so that is now much better. Only 2. And I will leave that as a note. And just kind of, you're healing light, and she's like, You're too kind, sir.
Oh, that's what all the ladies tell me.
Kind of a thin, not,
Not
she
chuckle,
smiles,
chuckle?
but not really like amused, just kind of like polite.
Mm-hmm. It's like terribly sorry for the fight, miss.
No. It's quite all right. I may have acted a little fast, but there is a reason why I carry. She kind of pulls back a hem of her cloak, and she's wearing 2 potion belts.
Stylish.
For if you are curious, it's 2 health, 2 energy, 2 acid flasks, and 2 now 1 smoke bomb flask.
I'm glad she didn't throw an acid flask in my face. That'd have been nasty.
Well, on Double Despair there was a question, but no, that'd be a little too rude. You did, succeed on your check. Maybe if you'd failed.
Oh.
Acid face.
No overt crimes were committed yet.
No, but
Yes. Well, I must since you explain, I must ask, how did you come by your knowledge of a situation at the house? Normally, it would be my policy to deny, but that seems a little redundant at this stage.
it's like No, Porter isn't much for or for I mean that is what happened, but Porter was like no, yeah, Porter doesn't lie.
I guess it's not obfuscate either.
Not really, no. He's like, well, we had some business with the Count originally, you see, but it came to be, if you haven't, like, I'm pretty sure you know, but the Count's been a little funny for the past few months, so we thought we'd run some basic checks and, detect magic, detect evil, detect cake. We found no cake.
We only found demons.
Demon
The
cake.
demons, John. And there's just kind of, another kind of like
I'm gonna get her to laugh at
slightly
something.
quizzical look. No, she's pretty cool. She's not very well disciplined, but she's pretty cool.
Damn.
She doesn't really. She's just like, well, you are thorough. Detecting demons. I never thought of that. I should have. No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me.
It bothers her a lot.
Yes. At this point, by the way, Sir Samson and Ryahn can probably catch up. She's like, all the things I could have. No, I suppose it wouldn't help anyway. You must have done your examining out on the streets. Otherwise, we would have noticed. She kind of looks each of you up and down. I don't suppose one of you is a tall gentleman in a big dark suit of armor?
That's all like.
We noticed that one.
Most people do.
I was about to say yes, most people do, but whether he wants to or not.
I'm being subtle.
Explosions.
No, right now you're standing in like, you know, the school sports quad while the marching band plays the marching band cover of Eye of the Tiger.
I have a specific thing I want to do at the end.
Yeah, I think I know where the break.
We could probably do the lead up before we call it. Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like, of all the things, just kind of, you know, thumps her hand on the wall a couple of times. Larkspur, you've done it again. All right. Well, hypothetically, if there was a demon in the house, what would you be thinking about doing about that? I admit nothing, but, you know, just asking.
Well, right off the bat, we need to remove it. I've already crafted an item that should allow me to dispel any demonic possession. That's all, like, you know.
What is... Hypothetically,
He's got a jar of dirt.
What would it be opposed by? I think vigilance, right?
Yes, lying is opposed. Deception is opposed by vigilance.
Okay, she's actually got a point in that. So the fact that Porter is not lying, I think she can tell, and she's like, "You are serious."
Yeah, I worked all yesterday on it. Check it out. You know, I'll pull out the my sacred earth gourd. That's like I can only has one shot, but with enough juice, I can basically blast any demon out of a person. And if I beat them up enough, can capture them.
Kind of stops.
The demon, not the person.
You know, yes. Steeples her fingers, kind of drums together, and says, "That is very interesting. Such things. What's your? Oh, she got a 4 no rules. Let me actually. She's a caster. It's pretty expected. This is like rarity 9 though, so we'll call it a hard check. Yeah, so she kind of like actually pauses and kind of tilts her head and says, "Oh, I never would have thought of that. That's obscure djinn technique, isn't it?
It's like,
however did you come by it, Mr.
Porter?
Dian Larkspur, as you know."
That's like, well, because I visited the Djinn, spent some time with them. They wouldn't tell me exactly how they make those things. They like protecting their secrets and all, but like between you and me, me and the Earth Lady are pretty tired. So she allowed me to fuck some rules there.
Well, you know, she kind of looks over all of you, kind of intense stares, sizing it up. Obviously, most of you guys are kind of standing by quiet, letting Porter do his work. But Sir Samson, you know, smiles. Ding, ding. All right, so the short version is that indeed there has been an incident with the Count. She kind of like pauses to herself, bites her lip a little bit. At first, I just thought he was sick. He came quite feverish over. His health hasn't been the best lately. I've been studying up on all of my latest remedies and potions. There are many ways to prolong life and ease illness and treatment. The Count was looking for a more permanent solution.
Porter nods. Porter nods at this.
I still can barely remember that evening, but he envisioned through access to some materials he had acquired a method by which to contact those on the other side. She, points down. And comport a bargain with them. I was not privy to any terms that happened. I'm sure he was just looking out for me, but it would have been much better to deal with them in the open. But after it, he fell very sick for quite some time. He was bedridden for days. I'm sure you've heard the story.
Porter will nod and let her continue.
Several of the staffers fell sick as well. Some even died. I didn't find any obvious signs of poisoning with them, but obviously there are some areas that are not my expertise yet. Kind of glances over to the side. After that, he recovered, but as you said, he did not seem himself. He would shut himself up in his study for hours, days at a time. Some days he would hardly eat. Other days he would eat more than I would think a man could hold. And he started being interested in very unusual objects. If you know the large armored man, he may... I assume he mentioned that there were some callers last night?
So we definitely heard of some robed individuals.
Yes,
There were
I'm
15 of them, I promise.
You're not here.
I'm not entirely sure how the Count even contacted those men, but she kind of glances left, glances right. I can let you know that those gentlemen were visitors from... Let me double check my spelling. They were from Cavatareno, the Hollow Castle.
I need to know.
That's
I need
not
to know. I need to make
good.
a fucking
I know Geo.
What's your no Geo?
3.
What is your no
I,
Geo?
3.
Okay, sorry, you cut out.
think I remember reading about that place.
And yeah, I bet, because I think I can imagine what you would have controlled F to find that.
Yeah.
And Ryahn, you have some no outside, right?
Yes, I have 2
Yeah.
ranks of knowledge outsider.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you guys both recognize that name. Actually, Leona, what's your Geo as well?
I have 1 no Geo and 2 engineering. So unless it's like a monster thing.
You might have heard of it with 2 Dungeoneering. All for different reasons you would have heard of this place, which probably lets you know that it's bad. Cavatareno, also known in common as the Hollow Castle, is a outpost in the Shade Sea that is said to be a city of necromancers.
Oh.
Oh.
They
Yeah.
actively trade in necromancy shit, and they, have their whole business built up on undead and summoning, stuff like that.
Guess that's where Mortis
the
came
guild
from.
posts regular bulletins about it, but
No,
mostly so that you
mine.
don't go there.
Yeah, mine is specifically to deal with the Ghostlands and Minin specifically.
That kind of cult, but
So
no, I
this-
read up on that when I was making my.
Yeah. So yeah. You would know that those guys are bad news bears, and you probably need to find them because they're probably necromancers. Not really strong ones, but necromancers. Unfortunately, they had too much OPSEC instead of doing the smart thing and just, there's 3 of them. They probably should have tried to bury Mortis and skeletons, but that would have given it away.
It would have made a that would have made it public.
Yeah, no. But they are arcane casters, so they could actually cast Dispel, and they could suck it up. Well, after some of our mercenary friends chipped them out of the ice, they went on their way, but they have been among several other mysterious deliveries. And that's another thing. She kind of, leans forward. He's arranging these deliveries without me. We've never done business like that before. I am usually aware of everything that goes on in that house. She kind of gives you an aside, gives you an up and down, but notes that you guys aren't, police, basically. You're,
No.
paladins and stuff, and says, there are technically some objects that Vittoria has acquired that were not through what would be legal means, per se. But it was always historical artifacts. These are... You have to tell me if you're paladin. Are you a paladin? You have to tell me if you're a paladin.
I have this magic detector here.
It's just all very suspicious, but, she kind of throws up her hands and kind of looks up and says more to herself than anybody else, but what can I do? I owe him for everything I have. I have been in the house for years.
It's Porter is gonna, speaking low but gently. Is that why you didn't go for help, maybe?
Yes, obviously. Well, and also I don't really know how. I'm quite astonished at myself, honestly, to even admit I have, hypothetically been party into the probable summoning of a demon. No, scratch that. A demon was definitely summoned. It's the other bits that I wasn't sure about. But still, it's just so I have not known what to do, and to call on the Count and to call him out would to, go against my very home. My host. Those mercenary folks, he asked me to arrange it, and I did, and they are quite well paid. I suppose you were responsible for that asinine challenge to Ex-Gladius, aren't you?
Same guy.
Yes. I feel like this is the moment to kind of pivot to, like, end the session, unless you've got something else you want to say to her, and she's... Well, that prideful fool will no doubt accept it.
I imagine Mortis
So, yeah,
is just facing, has his back to the entrance to the Colosseum, and he is, so you've come.
No.
Yeah.
Porter is gonna just gonna nod to him, and he's gonna reach up and he's gonna like pat the. How tall is Larkspur?
I said she's average height, but she's got some riding boots, so she's got a couple extra inches, but not like tall.
How big did Porq get? I forget.
Depends, but they can get pretty tall bones.
Porter's probably on the taller side. Like, I don't never think about it because Mort is like, oh, God, I don't even remember. How tall are you?
7 foot.
I am 7'1" technically.
Yeah.
But I'm also extremely gangly for my
Yeah.
size.
Nah, Porter's probably pushing in like 6.
I know Leona's like 6, something like on the lower end of 6 foot.
We're all very tall except for Ryahn.
It's kind of the bit.
Master Ryahn is just always just, a traveler among the trees in our group.
Which to me makes it even more hilarious that Mortis is always entirely in deference towards him.
But he'll definitely Porter's gonna reach out and pat Dian on the head and is like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of this. We'll get your account back, and everything will go back to normal, eh?"
I almost feel like I trust you on that. Well, we shall see.
He's like a 5th degree high priest or something. Some shit.
Perhaps we should go somewhere more private to discuss exactly what it is you have in mind. And then that can probably be the hard cut away from you guys. Yeah. And then, the end of the session is just, you're in like a little like track and field area, an open space, a grassy knoll perhaps. And just, kind of like, from like you said, you say, so you've come, and, there's a voice that is like, I'm trying to reset my accent.
Yes.
So, you're Mortis Darkfrost, huh? Well, I'm TOX Gladius. And I think I'm here to fight you.
Oh God, he's an Aussie.
You got the Tower of Fire
Technically,
tornadoes.
I'm trying to think of a specific thing, but I can't. I cannot say my trigger line out loud on the recording because we will get in trouble, and I'll say it afterwards so you can get what I mean.
Ye fucking.
No, I can't even do a GIF because that would have text on it. But yeah, no, I'm just kind of sharp accent. And to describe him, ominously before we cut out, he's a tall man, not as tall as you though. Pale-skinned, gray blonde hair, in a shabby ponytail, scruff of stubble. His hands and his face are covered in scars, and he's wearing a simple cuirass and a big woolly cloak with a wolf's skull on one shoulder, and he's just got a
he is Australian.
great sword. And that, I
boy.
think, is where we are going to call the session for the day. That was pretty robust. Let's call that 20. Make sure everybody's gassed. Because technically, as I said, I'm pretty sure what will happen if Lucky succeeds on his demon banishing roll is a demon will pop out and you will have to thump it.
Yeah.
Well, it's based
Yeesh.
on it's a opposed discipline versus discipline check.
And knowing our group, we're probably going to be determined to try to save the Count's life relatively.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this. If it was and it does sound like it was a willing possession, we can clarify. It
Yeah.
sounds like he made a deal. He might not have known exactly what the context of the deal was, but he bargained.
He might have to get some punishment later,
He might
but
get some
that's
punishment.
after we save his
Well,
life.
punishment aside, I think as I described earlier, even if it's broken by an outside person, breaking a willing possession has blowback on the deal maker. He's probably going to be double extra unhealthy after this.
He's going to be
So
nursed by priests for a bit.
you don't know exactly what his medical state will be in, but it might be easy to arrange house arrest because, it could be he's bedridden.
But
We'll see.
But
he'll live out the
I'm
rest of
gl-
his time at least, human and by someone who cares with him.
yeah, and I'm glad I technically called that Larkspur was, for the most part, I don't want to say innocent, but
Innocent is
relatively
definitely the wrong word
uninvolved.
to apply to
An
an arcane
unwilling,
trickster, but
She's scared.
she's not a heretic.
No.
an
I'm
unwilling
really
accomplice.
glad that Lucky was able to get some advantage and some triumph on that social check because I was like, okay, I know how to set this up. Double despairs means that she's not going to actually go with you right away, but I can kind of show my hand a little on her motivations, so you guys can know what her dealio is and kind of work from there.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
It's unfortunately she cares very deeply for something very stupid.
Well,
Someone
I'm
desperate.
glad. I'm glad that my guess was wrong. So,
What was your guess?
I was kind of guessing that it was her that actually brought the demon to the Count to help him be healthy.
I think we did. I think
that
we
was
did-
my other possibility.
I think we did assume that it was in pursuit of
Yeah.
and
Knowledge or health.
yeah.
No, I was for sure it was health, because otherwise him being sick for so long doesn't make much sense.
It might also explain the plague demon that was in the aqueducts.
I don't know.
That one seemed
Wait.
like that was there for a while.
We'll
Yeah,
find
no,
out.
that was old. The one in the zombie crocodile, that was old.
Anyway, since I don't think she's gonna be a problem, I can show you her spell list.
Oh, I am curious about this. I'm glad I
Cool.
actually got to resolve this in a social conflict.
Yeah. Well, they
I
give
am
us some
too.
rules and some guidance.
I sadly can't do that. But,
Shadow.
that's how it-
I actually have one really good social skill, but it probably wouldn't have been very effective in this.
So the first
specific context.
spell she tried to cast was Duplicity, which would be mask with blur and mirror image.
Ooh, scary.
Damn.
So she would just explode into multiple copies of herself that are all blurry.
Oh, that would have been. Oh. And then she would have also teleported.
Ebbing Darkness is she has her own version of sleep. Mage's Glare is Doom. Pocket Full of Shadow is she can blind you with her. That's a unique power of her implement. She can curse to blind multiple
She
targets.
makes you think of
Po-
Shadow
pocket-
Dancer, honestly. She's like
pocket sand.
Yeah, basically, but it's Pocket Shadow. Which is, like I said, that the smoke bomb was literally the least mean thing she could do. Because she had acid flasks, and also, like I said, she could have tried to just blind both of you and
kind of
skedaddle, but
she just makes you think of a Shadow Dancer, but without the stuff about double stabbing.
The charming Porq wins again.
Yeah.
All right.
Gimbuta.
I am definitely my spot.
and yeah, I can tell you, she absolutely would have had some spicy moves. She's got the ability to use. In case you couldn't tell, she has a thing with poison and poisons, so she can
and I'm
do some
guessing
moves
she
with that.
could do
and
some
throw some
damage
shit at
with those daggers.
Yeah. Also, because it's probably not going to come up, I will show you. I think my favorite ability of hers because I just like the name. This is a special ability she has.
Oh, Jesus.
If you are disoriented, staggered, prone, or haven't acted yet in the counter, she gets 3 boost dice.
That's great.
Jesus.
She is triple. What was the name?
That's her. It's quick strike, but also got some backstab vibes. It's just she is really good. If you are not on your A game, she will get you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we were the prepared.
Yes, she is a hawk among sparrows.
Well, I don't know how prepared we were once you suddenly teleported, but
You worked around it.
Yeah.
We
I
ambu-
think I was
as
technically
opposed-
a
we
little
ambushed
nice
her.
there with because she can teleport to anywhere within long, but when you're at medium and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, she moves a long way, so she's probably still long. Like I didn't want to double up.
Stream
and
is
move it to
very
extreme,
far.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So like she was far away, but it's still enough where you guys could like run and keep her in sight, and I think it worked.
Yeah.
And I will just, you guys don't need to know about any of her other fun stuff.
Nope.
Because you're not gonna, it's not like you beat her up and took her shit.
Nope.
We're just gonna make sure she doesn't show
Although
up.
I think
when
I
we're doing
can
the
say
damage.
funny enough, the thing that gives her her bonus on both cool and discipline checks is she has actual like knuckle bones
Oh, neat.
that she
Ooh,
uses
fun.
for like fortune telling and just as like I think worry beads basically.
Probably very smooth then. She seems like a girl.
She's
with a lot of
very very smooth. She's very goth.
She's
but,
yeah, like I said, I apologize to you, Omega, but I've not been able to get the Lydia from Beetlejuice out of my head when I just think of this
No,
character.
that's the right aesthetic. Yeah. Okay, but that was everything. 20 XP. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think we can pack it in for the day. And have
You
a
are
good
very
night,
goth,
everybody.
and you need a sandwich.
Well, shit. With 20 XP, I think I'll just go up to discipline fucking 4, so I can really lay into this.
Prep time. Lucky, did you end the video recording?